Peace. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hey, do me a favor, fam, and share the video out. And when the video is over with, make sure y'all hype me up. Yeah, y'all hit the hype button. Cause everybody get hype points. It's just like what you using them on. Yeah, y'all nigga going around the corner go use them on some BS. Cause if we keep it gangster, it's like where is the content these days? I think that's the I think that's the $1,000,000 question. Where, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma'am. Do you know where I can find the content? Cause man, the content has did a nosedive. Ain't no real content out here. Yeah, we gotta do something about that. It shouldn't be this bad, It's a drought. Another thing we gonna do is get the likes up. You know what I mean? Tap that like button. Y'all just pulling up. We just getting started. We finna get into the build. Before that, make sure y'all wipe y'all feet at the door. Show some respect. Tap that like button. You feel me? We got a good show today. I ain't even gonna BS with you. I'm still a little. I wouldn't even say disappointed, but man, I really ain't said much since we had old Judge over. But I have been thinking a lot. And you could be optimistic like a motherfucker, which I am, you know what I'm saying, to a default, homie. I'm optimistic to a default a lot of times. But at the end of the day, you gotta be real with yourself. And what we got going on. I'm not just gonna say we in particular, because what we're doing, it ain't, what I mean, no one else is doing it. So in this day and time and era, we damn near like an anomaly. So like you can't point out and say, okay, this community, I think we'll have to redefine community. I think we have redefined community. A lot of people don't have communities. They may have panels, they may have people in the chat, but community, now I think a lot of people can take a page out of what we have, cultivated over here. Not to say, we this or we that, because at the same time, we still going through a process of spiritual protection. You know what I mean? For us saying we're gonna stand on the shoulders of not niggas that came before us, or so-called master teachers, or any of these doctrines. We're gonna stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, that in which we come from. And so within it, we have been, we have had a hedge of protection around us, and we've been allowed to grow without being under the magnifying glass. Now, I say this here, we was for so long, still is, but I don't know how long y'all, people been around, but let me tell you something. Boy, if I would have came out with one wrong answer, all I needed was one. All they needed to do was prove me wrong one time. And I don't even think, it would be a such thing as an American Indian community online. I'm telling you, it got to a point to where they didn't give a fuck who they had caught or who they whoop up on. All they needed for me to do is slip one time. And you had niggas from this side, you had niggas from every side. Because after a while, it became very, very apparent that this nigga, as long as he here, is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for the doctrines. It's gonna be a problem even for people on this side. Um, and you know, nigga like, oh, it's gonna burn out, it's gonna blow over. Watch, he gonna show y'all who he is, he gonna prove it, all that type of shit. You know, not even understanding, you know what I'm saying? We divinely protected because, you know, this what we doing in cultivating is approved. This message is approved by the ancestors. Yeah. Boom, we off of that. What's up? How y'all feeling? How y'all feel, man? What we doing? What we doing? And I say that just to say, you know, that Judge Joe Brown, that shit didn't make me feel. And then, you know what I'm saying? I can step back right now and say, all right, cool. Like I said, we ain't got no pressure. It ain't like we coming out and we gotta start out top. But nigga already done paid the way, earned the respect, you know what I'm saying, for us to operate. You know what I'm saying? However we want to do it, whether it be if we gotta go underground or you know what I'm saying, if we do it in whichever way, period. You know, it ain't too many niggas coming that's flying American Indian banner that even getting respected by other people out here. But we're different. So I say this to say that when you know, the title, I guess, Black American Fads. Black American fads have been our downfall. It's, you know, so we running around pointing the finger at everybody else and not even understand that by default we have keep it gangster. Just by default, homie, we done turned around and did the same thing that people that came before us did. Simple, point blank, period. We turned around and did the same exact things that they did. Hey, get my likes up, family. What we doing? Y'all pulling up? Get the likes up. We're gonna rock out. We're gonna talk about that on the other side of the bill, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. But if you ask me, fam, I'm feeling like we have, you know, became our own. Let me get my joint up. Yeah, I think we gotta look in the mirror and see, you know, these fads. A fad can't happen, homie, unless you know what I'm saying. It's people putting their energy in it. You know, the way that Pan Africanism is being treated right now, Black Americans should be treated the same. And I'm gonna go on record and say this because nobody thought the Pan Africans can fall, but I saw a weakness and I went after it. Not only that Black American shit, I tore that shit up to pieces too. But yet people still walk around with it. So I said, okay, man. But the black turned on the Pan African. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give him grace because to be real, the Indian community at at that time that decision was made to let the black niggas fight the Pan Africans who can fight them, who can put up a better fight than the people that they think alike. You got to understand, even with when the FBA came in, FBA majority of FBA today, this new FBA, because 3 years ago, I agree with Judge. He said it did a decline from 3 years ago. I agree. 2023, them niggas was on fire. But check this out. A lot of people that came over are movements that fail. Right. These are movements that fail. When we look at the game, we're finna get into it. But when you look at the game, homie, most people that's banging FBA have been a part of movements that fail. I'm gonna show you a cycle because we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and we're gonna really get into it. Then we're gonna get into a build and we're gonna test the psychology because at the end of the day, that's the problem. It's psychological warfare being waged on us. We in turn called it systematic oppression. But at the same time, it take two to tangle, homie. It take two to dance. If we gonna dance, you gonna need a dancing partner. Yeah, a dancing partner, homie. Okay, then. So what I'm saying is, if something did happen, if we are systematically oppressed and all of the above, then the question remains, what did you do? Okay, we can sit here and say, well, all of the civil rights niggas and what all the black coons and all of the laws and all of the things that had, we can point out all of that. But the question still gonna remain, what did you do? Bars. It's my vibe, nigga. Lord, I'm good. See you. You ain't getting ready to teach you. Fuck what you talking about. I'm geeking, I want it. Don't look at me like you want it. Tell them that we ain't starting. The first time we ain't playing. Go get a breakfast before you come in the section. What you know about fucking obsessions? 30 to waking. Gun keep it like it's taking. Move back. Walking the club like walking the party like who that? Say the shoot first, shoot back. It's automatic when I'm boost. A lot of talk on my neck can't prove that. Niggas say I'm gonna prove that. I come in the block like 2 nuts. Everybody know I'm not too. Cut to his head if he die, whoa. If you don't like me, I don't like you. Whoa. I'm 823 and I'm certified. Know that I'm cool like that bird fly. I fuck with some movies and Maybachs. I fuck with some rollers and paybacks. Small, free throw, get two just like free throws. Pick up these shells and no, we don't fuck with them people. On the block with each other, with just me and Chopper. We chillin' with killers and scamming niggas. We know the rules of the H to the K to the rock. We really G's out the slimming nigga. It's a vibe. Whoa. Don't you lie. Whoa. Pussy drippin', vision drippin' down your. I'm drinking out the bottle. Better they can't give me a bottle, can't keep it contained. Listen, it's a power with bustin' up faces. I can't with the snakes, no. All these street need bosses. Now you gonna call this out. The kush ain't rolled out. Look at my eyes and eat it. I get the flames in the building. What's up? I'm fucking with you and this shit getting deep. I don't know what to do. Should I keep this shit player, keep this shit cool? One like the little nigga, go with your move. No cap, I ain't never helped it. Look at my eyes and eat it up better than you. Not to mention you be with the fool. Put me to sleep and then cook me some food. Her face expression say she thinking too hard and I can just tell by the vibes. She wanna fuck with me, I'm knowing she's scared. She say she don't want no surprise. Me, either ain't nobody business. Soon as she see me, them niggas get the bending. Deep stroke, 3-1 minute. I don't feel like I can't even finish her sentence. Treat it like a pacifier. Put me in your mouth like you teething. I'm digging in and she using the rolls. Gonna fuck around and stop breathing. What you want when you hit? Let's go. What you doing tonight? What's up? On you. Wherever we is, we be dropping the low. We be telling each other pull up. This shit got serious. This new little situation got me gone. We been at it for a minute. I know it's wrong though. I could just leave alone. I had to double back. I just might lock it down for life. Put her on super max. She got that super wet. She got that boomerang. That shit make you come back. Accident I take something in it an hour flat. Lost a man when I had first put it in front of back. Yeah, what? Only been a few nights, only been days, but it feel like months. Wake up for you, only go like once. Life move fast and you do it. I decide on what I want. Hope you doing what you want.
My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna know but she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, it's in the meantime. Hope you know what you want. Got the body of a goddess.
Yeah, what?
I see you, girl.
Turn that one time, man. How y'all feel, man? T-Pain. Anybody fucking with T-Pain? T-Pain. Say, man. I'm talking about the Doughboy era. T-Pain was him or then. T-Pain was him and then. Him, Chris Brown. Man, listen. That T-Pain era. Shout it. Yeah. Shout he put that Florida shit on them niggas, man. Them niggas are talking about. Turn off the auto tune. Yeah, Nas, Jay-Z, all them niggas were bad. Say, fam, I'm in love with a scribble. Just his beats. Man, it's just so many. You can go on and on. He did it again with Glow. I love it. Goddamn, I love, man. T-Pain is a GOAT. They gonna have to get T-Pain, boy. I'm telling you, T-Pain, you better not go outside with no bag on you. You gonna run through that whole bag and that T-Pain era. You finna blow that. That's nothing. Automatically, you blowing it. You blowing it. What we doing though, man? How y'all feeling, man? What's the dilly out there, man? Man. I'm a little taken back. I had ran across a clip, man, of Higher Learning, the movie Higher Learning, and it had Lawrence Fishburne on there. And he was kicking some balls. I'm gonna see how much I can play, man. Hopefully we can get away with it. I was gonna put it in a what's that joint? I was gonna put it in like a short. Maybe I could have got away with that one. You feel me? But we're gonna run a little bit. Y'all let me know.
If you don't have the information, one cannot seize power. You need to think about becoming mentally competitive. Being black does not free you from being a responsible individual.
Hey, y'all let me know if y'all heard. Did y'all hear that clip? Y'all let me know if y'all heard that clip right there. Hey, Feather, what he say? You gotta start being mentally competitive. You gotta start being mentally competitive.
If you don't have the information, one cannot seize power.
If you don't have the information, then you can't seize power. What Judge told us, listen, y'all got power, y'all don't know how to use it. Look what y'all using it on. Fads. And what the fads do. That shit don't do nothing. It keep you so occupied in the bullshit. You're not even competitive. Not on the world stage. Mentally. I was watching this show and it had Nick Irving. He was a sniper in the War for Freedom, let's say. And they asked him about a draft, bringing up a draft. Hey man, why you think niggas are paying out of the draft? He said, man, I wouldn't want to go fight on side nobody out of North America. I don't want to go fight on side of them. Mentally, somebody who used, you know what I'm saying, who on the internet, social media. You feel me? Somebody who's engaged in, you know what I'm saying? Most niggas ain't and women ain't working out. They not on no diet or, I mean, everything about us is wrong. We are one of the only countries in the world who we know the food is poison and we still eat it. We don't have no smoke for the people that's doing it. A lot of people don't have the information, and they damn sure are not mentally competitive. They can care less about that. We just watched Jasmine Crockett make her way all the way there to being a representative, to going in there on some ratchet shit that don't work on the world stage. I'm sorry. That's a black nigga mindset. That will not, a black mindset will not be allowed to occupy any type of space or even come near something that a nigga done built for as what the U.S. did by hook or crook. But that will not be tolerated. Hold on.
You need to think about becoming mentally competitive. Being black does not free you from being a responsible individual. Yeah, but
you gotta think about becoming mentally competitive, because being black is not an excuse. Why do people say that? Because don't nobody complain more than black folks. This. It was fucked up because just like, do y'all do any other race talk like this? Can we keep it gangster? I want to see if y'all gonna keep it real with y'all self out there. Do any other race complain about whatever situation they're in more than niggas in America? Keep it real with me. We not interchanging America with the United States over here. We American Indians. Ain't nobody smarter than the Indians. So, yeah, the U.S. been around 250 years and some change. We're not conflating the two. Now we can, because some of y'all, I don't know if niggas know their genealogy, but my family fought on side of, we fought against the U.S. in the Revolutionary War, War 1812, and in the U.S. expansion. So I don't know what side everybody come up on, but that is that some people can't complain because some people family fought for the United States, especially a lot of people that came out of the upper colonies. Your family fought for the United States. You helped bring about that. So I mean, like, everybody's story is not the same. We can't say all black niggas say fuck the United States. Why? Because the founding fathers was niggas. And the armies that they had, I mean, we've been through this information before. Bucks of America, you know, these different military, all these was niggas. So somebody did something. But it was
a responsible individual don't free you from being black, now do it. That's right. Poor misguided soul. You have yet to learn the rules of this game. You will. I don't want to. See, I'm smart enough to know it's not my game to play. Just a pawn like everybody else.
Hey, can y'all give me that question though? Can somebody out there hit me out with that question? Do any other race? Hey, we 50 likes short. What's up? Tap that like button, shut the video out. Is there any other group of people in America that complains about the position that they're in. I'm still waiting on the answer for that. Y'all look out. Hit me out. Where y'all at? Y'all in the chat. Y'all woke. Hit me out on this. This is a real question. Okay. Appreciate you, Brother Gary. Brother Gary said, no, there is none. Now let me ask you this here, Brother Gary. Is there anyone in America? So we could come out and say all the good things. We are the culture. We're the music. We're the talent. We're the inventors. But we can't find a way to monetize it. How did we lose it? Nobody pulled a poo shiesty and made niggas sell their masters. Ain't nobody do that. See, we can go back to the Harlem Renaissance and they talk about the small hats, the relationship between niggas and small hats. That was something Nation of Islam wrote way later. But we go back to the 20s. All of from your poets, from Langston Hughes to your greatest singers, all of them was already signed under contract under small hats. There has in the late 1900s, there was not a group or a message that was pushed up on our people that actually came from somewhere that looked like us. It all came from niggas who had handlers, and that handlers happened to be small hats. But you got people in this country. It's a class system. We were made to be at the bottom, but we still have a large wealth and voting power. But we don't use them. We had people come out here that look like us and told us that our vote don't count. And see, it was conscious. They told us we were smart to not vote because our vote don't count. Told us to change our last name because we were named after our slave oppressor. So it could disconnect us from it. Okay, these things happen. But you gotta forget this here, because if somebody said, here go $1 million check, I need you to sign here, that means you agree to, you know what I'm saying, this contract of where you are to accumulate $1 million. You signed on it. You agreed. A lot of the things that Black Americans are complaining about, they agreed. They agreed to them. They signed off on the shit. How does someone make policy out of a fad? Well, it's easy. You put the propaganda machine on and you make it think it's cool. You put it in the algorithm. More people get accustomed to hearing it. Oh, I like that. I like that. And we're the only people in the world that you can do that to. Because a lot of people ask, well, we've been misclassified so many times. What judge say? White folks didn't chose that. We chose that. Okay, so it's this whole Black American identity. These things didn't happen to us until we were Black Americans. Black Americans took their eye off the ball. Yeah, it was a lot of land lost, but it was land being fought for. You know the difference between a Black person and a Negro or colored or mulatto or Indian? You know the difference? All of them have war stories. Black Americans ain't got no war stories. That's why I always tell them go put them silly ass flags up. A little red, black, and gold. When in any other flag that ain't flew in the war and ain't nobody died by it. Ain't nobody shed no blood. Only niggas who got punched on and civil rights counter sit-ins who folded up and let a white boy hit him with a combo till he ran out of breath. Yeah, and then told him and go and got him. Nah, fuck it. So yeah, this Black American mindset, we can no longer straddle the fence. Man, when I came out in 2020 and said Black power left niggas powerless, I said that means they represent that. And a lot of people didn't understand what I'm saying, but I'm like, nigga, fuck black. But I just don't get it. Why are people still straddle the fence and still hold on to the black shit, but won't, our situation to change? Black don't come with politics. Man, you don't get no laws changed in this country. Man, nigga ain't got nothing for black people, man. Like I said, in our weakest form, we were black. In our most vulnerable form, we were black. Picking up on these fads. And then, the propaganda machine, you play a nigga through the radio, through the TV screen, through the newspaper. And today, it's the internet. I remember when we got on the app, this app told us that it was an experiment and that it would be recording everything. And I was so mindful of that because I say, this is an experiment. They're not putting all of the, you know what I'm saying? This is universal. This app is in almost every country. It's on damn near every continent. And they just put us all together to see how we would act psychologically. Will we get along? Will we find things we have in common? Or will we go to finding all the differences in the world? All the distractions yeah. And what we did, exactly come on, man, it's behavior patterns. You have to know your enemy. If I want to take you out, I need to know your weaknesses. I need to know your strengths. And I need to lean on your weaknesses. I need to know your patterns so I can counter. And I don't think nobody from a black point of view or from a certain time can even bear or wear the label leader. We ain't no fucking, these niggas ain't leaders. They don't even understand that black is a trap. They don't even understand as being black, you are unable to mentally compete on a world stage with anybody. You were dumbed down on purpose. But see, that ain't nobody's fault because it's something that you're supposed to learn at home. What my auntie said on that video, and they want black folks to go in there and fight with them behind something that's theirs. Because y'all ain't saw it, they gonna set it on auction, give you pennies because y'all ain't settled that at home. And you don't know your history. So if my auntie talking like that with that much passion and fire in there, what she say? It's up to black folks to know who they are. Because as long as it's a mystery, they gonna leave it a mystery. And if you ain't got enough money to fight them in court, they gonna set it on auction and give you pennies. Again, that's another indication that mentally, we're not even mentally ready. All we can do is, so when we look back and we say, okay, so what happened in the past? It's just a lot of complaints. Niggas always complaining. Give me something. For something happened to my 15 great grandparents. I want something from that. Well, your 15 great grandparents did real good. Own homes, property, own business, a motherfucking riverboat. That nigga, yeah. Did you know that? So what are you gonna do for yourself? See, a lot of people ain't even found their purpose in this lifetime. And the internet has been so much distraction. I don't care who Jay-Z fucking. I'm gonna be real. I can give a fuck. What the White House say? Y'all need to stay out of my bedroom. Nigga got a fruit bowl. Yeah, the 7 B's, like Judge said. Belt loose, bent over, spread your butt, all this shit there. 7 B's. We don't even know that these niggas living like that. Yeah, they really living like that, nigga. That shit there. Nigga said, white homeboy, you fuck? Oh, yeah. Put the 7 B's on him. Did you teach him about the 7 B's? Yes, I did. Damn so did. Got him right. Came in that little nigga. Yeah, I came in the boot. Nigga might be pregnant. Yeah, nigga might be proudful that dude say. Yeah, but we're gonna get into a bill. And then we're gonna get into this other bill, man. One of my favorites still to this day. One of my favorite Indian bills. But it's too many people riding the fence with this Black American shit. Too many people riding the fence, bro. And it's like, we know it's no good for us, but we still use it. That's not cool. I told people a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be around the B1 communities and all of that. But guess what? A lot of people say, what is B1? I know, because it fell off. Pan-Africanism fell off. B1 fell off. Reparationist groups fell off. ADO, all this fell off. And you know what they are today? FBA. A lot of B1s just went to FBA. In 2017, at the end of 2017, a lot of Kemetic people, a lot of Hebrews, a lot of those Pan-Africans and Afrocentrism, a lot of that broke down. And you know, a lot of the people, because in those communities, let's say if you're viewed by the people as someone who has talent at what you do, they will support you. They're not finna come out there and run there and try to beat your competition. They're gonna hold their people that's speaking for them at a certain, they're gonna put them on a certain pedestal. And it's like, these are the people that we need the microphone when our interest is being spoken on. Well, a lot of people came into a new growing community, American Indian Aboriginal community. And these were people who were in the background and couldn't build a career in Kemetic science and become someone with a name. Couldn't build it in the B1 sector and have a name. Couldn't build it in the Pan-African sector and have a name. Couldn't build it in the Hebrew section and have a name. So you know what they did? They came over to the American Indian Aboriginal side. And they brought in your fusions, your Kemet in America, Hebrew in America. Indians was Hebrews, and that's where all of this shit come from. That's why when you look at a lot of people, the earlier people, they were either Moors, they were either Kemetic, or they was Hebrews. You could name some of the biggest names, or Pan-African. Name some of the biggest names out of the Indian Aboriginal community, and them niggas was once upon a time Moors, either Hebrews, not good enough to be to in an area where it was stacked divisions and they already had their guys. It was something new going on and it wasn't regulated. So you could come here and be something. You could be way more than you could be if you would have stayed there. So they took it. No different than when a lot of this other stuff broke down. No B1 here. Nobody's really fucking with the black shit. So they just turned FBA. And I'm just speaking about the fads. Because the Indian Aboriginal shit was a fad. That's why it had so many genealogies. When I came around, with so many genealogists. Like every fucking body did genealogy. Like it was the easiest shit in the world, right? Everybody did genealogy. Like it was like the most easiest hustle of the day. And I start asking people questions based off genealogy. And you know what I found out? These niggas ain't got no genealogy. I'm like, you just paid $900 and you ain't got 2 leaves on, you ain't got 2 branches on your tree. Damn. Tree butt naked out there. Yeah. Boy, look like autumn. Yeah, ain't no leaves on the tree. Look like all autumn out there. Said, damn, nigga paying. Next hustler up. Niggas then brought the Bible in here, came this bitch and opened the Bible, told niggas it was the Sabbath. I said, oh, hell nah. Say we shouldn't be eating shrimp and pork. I said, bitch, I'm finna go fry a pork chop sandwich right now. Bitch, I'm an Indian. Oh, I get it. I see what's going on now. I'm finna go fry a pork chop sandwich right now, bitch, and eat it with some regular bread. Yeah, I'm finna get some Mrs. Bird bread and put some hot sauce on that son bitch too, nigga. Yeah, y'all say what now? We don't eat shrimp, but nigga, it's crawfish season. It is crawfish season. We are not child. And then I said, okay, that's these niggas who weren't good enough to get in the camp or who was a bill payer for one of these doctrines out here. Yeah. Nigga couldn't he couldn't get the precepts down. So all he can do is hold security post on a Saturday for a Hebrew. Yeah, but he wanted the mic. He wanted somebody to hear him. He wanted to be a star. Nigga just ain't have what it take. Win this college. Ain't that a bitch? Don't you hate when that happens? Nigga out here butt naked in the robe with a Moses cane. But yeah, you know, nigga done took a trip to Egypt and all kind of shit, nigga. Just couldn't remember the book of the dead. He couldn't recite the book of the dead. He couldn't read Metanetta. So, you know, he find his way over here to this new community with no regulations, no law on the land. This is what I'm telling you, fam. It don't make no sense. So then, okay, we make it to now because within the last 5 years, there has been a drastic change. For as we've seen a lot of doctrines fall. They didn't just fall by themselves. I'm sorry. I'll be the first to tell you. And yes, that is the weapon. I am holding on the weapon. Yes, I did use this weapon. Yeah, do you want some Debo? You feel me? Say. At least I gave niggas forewarning. At least I said what I came to do. Yeah, I said I can't kick some ass, nigga. And I'm finna send everybody home, nigga. And that's what I did. I still got the switch in my hand. But now today, all these people that was running, y'all African. Do your DNA testing. Nah. A lot of the black power, black furs. My brother, we're boycotting Target. Shit like this here. Well, a lot of them have went over to the FBA side. Oh, I can make $1 too. I'm used to having 3 people in here. Okay, now I got 13. Now I work my way up to 50. Now I'm got myself up to 100. I really don't need nobody now. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'm my own boss. Now nigga going all the way with it. Nigga selling coffee mugs. Yeah. Nigga selling coffee mugs, T-shirts, and nigga all the way in. Like, you know, I paid by a nigga got a shirt of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Ain't none of the proceeds going to the nigga family though. Just all in it for self. Okay, I see something I get for myself. And we not even understand that's a Black American mindset. Which psychologically, we can't even compete. We can't even compete intellectually. Maybe, you know. If you got an identity crisis and you've been having one, for about 50 years, you're in the worst position on earth. I don't care if you have more money and resources than people. Like 50 said, it's some poor people out here who live better than rich people. Gang shit. Huh? But let's get to this bill, man. Cause I mean, I used to go hard on the black. Then I said, hey, man, let me ease up off of them. Let me ease up off of them. Hey, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man, so y'all can do y'all pre-orders. Let me know what size y'all want, what size shoes, so we can guarantee you get your shoes. Don't even worry about this. I need to put the new one up. All this is gonna be patent leather. Patent leather. I was gonna go suede in the inside, but one thing I hate is my shoes getting wet, my suede getting wet, or me trying to have to clean it out, bro. It's just never the same. Like Timberland boots. So yeah, we gonna go patent leather and just scratch all that. Gang shit. All right, we'll get to that. I'm gonna bring this down. But I want to go I want to address the black situation, but I kind of want to address the Indian situation first. So I guess we'll go there and then we'll go into it. I want to show you some how everybody else plays. It don't matter, but because we're doing too much goddamn complaining. And I agree wholeheartedly. Because when judge say, do you listen to how white folk talk about themselves, dude? Then say, you look at white folk, I don't give a damn about them. But honestly, if we look up, we're the only people that's complaining. And you know why we have a lot of complaints? A lot of the things we're complaining about, we can actually do it for ourselves, you know? We can actually do it for ourselves. There's no reason we should be complaining. We should be building. See, it's easier to say, come out to the people and say, hey, y'all just give me all the money and I'm finna go do this. But they'll tell us, don't put your vote in if you ain't gonna get nothing for it. Then why the fuck are we crowdfunding if we not finna get nothing for it? How about we crowdfund on a lobbyist for a bill? How about we crowdfund for getting, because we know politicians like money. They like getting paid under the table. See, ain't nobody came with the right shit. One of the powerful things, yeah, we understand, like we brought up with Judge. Hey, they got these other niggas playing our shit. He like, so what? We play people and this and all the time. It's like, okay, this nigga on some coon shit. But when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, you know what? One thing a nigga ain't finna do is tell another nigga what to do with his money. Because we have the ability to make our own movies. So if we feel that strongly about it, then we should just create our own movies. If we do that, we can put anybody in there who we want. It could just be us in the motherfucker. Will it make us happy? It's about being self-sustainable. It's about what you can do for you, because everybody is going to look out for themselves. Nobody owes us nothing. Even if they took something, it's up to us to take it back, not complain or cry about it. You got motherfuckers risking their lives swimming across the ocean, crossing the border without a penny, without a dollar. Nigga got 2 pesos to his name. But I know if I get to America, homie, if I get an opportunity, we wake up every day with opportunity. Nigga taking penitentiary chances on that shit. Yes, people riding around today taking penitentiary chances. Homie, I did it for years. I knew this ain't what I wanted. Just because I was born in the ghetto didn't mean I was gonna die or spend the rest of my life in this motherfucker, nigga. And I was able to get away, nigga, while I was still in my teens. I was able to stack up enough money and be disciplined enough to get the fuck out, nigga, as a teenager. When I left the house at 17. But by my early 20s, nigga, I was already 6 figures. Living in fucking lofts and condominiums and shit like that. My little homie them say, damn, nigga, everywhere you go, you got stairs, nigga. Nigga, that's because I had to share my room, nigga. Yeah, that's because I had to share a bed with my brother for years, nigga. So I went out and bought the biggest motherfucking bed they had in the store. But it's fuck all of that because it's material shit. But I'm saying just my mentality, like my get back, like, okay, that happened to me, but I'm gonna change that. Whatever I gotta do. What Malcolm said, by any means necessary, nigga. I'm running through some shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking, and I'm holding court in the street. If it don't go right, I ain't doing life. We finna bang this bitch out. We finna bang it out. I'm up in Blick first. So you ain't even gotta worry about it, nigga. With this on my terms and conditions. We finna get active. We're gonna go through this. Like I said, this is one of my favorite joints. And it says a lot. Let's walk.
All right.
Shout out to Chief Colinago. When I first came in the game, I hollered. I'm like, hey, man, want to do a show? And he said some really shit to me. I said, man, I'm running across your video, man. I want to play it, man. It'll be cool if you was on there, too. So he said, hey, man, just give me a shout out, man. He said, right now, I got some things going on with some of the Indians. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing eye to eye. And by you being a new brother, I like your spirit. And I like your message and what you have going on. I wouldn't even want to mess that up or bring you into what I have going on, brother. And we never spoke again. But I always respected him for that. Because it was something niggas did bring me into what they had going on. Check. Let's walk.
So the conversation that follows is exactly what transpired or what took place. Okay? Once the video is done, then I will give my conclusion. All right? Peace.
Get them likes up. Get the likes up.
If you know your party's extension, please enter it now. If you would like to dial by name.
Hey, Jeddah, he is a part of them. But that's the beautiful thing about it. Listen, I'm a part of them, not a part of you. Right? So if it's me against you, who am I supposed to let you win? Nigga, if you win, I lose. I'm not losing. You got distracted and got into the ass shaking, got into the messy shit, the gossip shit, the whatever comes on TV, worshiping these people who are put in place as if there's somebody. These niggas can't even keep these niggas multi-million-dollar niggas and they fucking raw on the first night. That ain't no self-discipline in them. Flying bitches out $20,000 burger bags, shit that costs $100 to make. We the crazy ones. We not even understanding that they're gonna ship that out to YT A class, B class celebrities. They ain't getting us shit. We actually go buy it. They don't buy that. We see them with it on. Kim Kardashian got it on. It'll be cute on us. It's psychological warfare. A lot of these rappers will tell you what Nipsey say. Downtown, what he say? Downtown shot, what he say? Nigga said Nipsey holler at me. I got Cubans on the low. Fly to Cancun smoking Cubans on the boat. And docked at Tulum just to smoke. Fam, these jury people, they come in and they putting, you got some type of, motion going on, they gonna put that on you. You don't owe me nothing. But we finna do this video and I need 3-4 posts from you. And I need you to let everybody know I'm your jeweler. We're gonna take a picture, put the picture in the shop, and it's gonna influence other buyers. So looking at the diamond game. A lot of niggas scared to buy real diamonds now. Because the value really ain't the same. Diamonds are free, bro. Them hoes grow in the earth. It's a mineral, man. This shit like a berry, a leaf falling off the tree, bro. It grows. It comes with the earth. It's free. It's free. Everybody got to pay no money for that. You shouldn't be. Not for something free. So when we wore the pearls and all of that, if a nigga dive in the river and go all the way down and get an oyster and go inside of them and take the pearl out of them, make a necklace with it, that was free. You might have to put in a little work, but it's something we do every day for sport. Let's see who can catch the most. But then they'll turn around and tell us, well, you have to be on the waiting list, and we're only making 50 in the world. Why are they only making 50 in the world? Not because the prices or the quality is just that much, but you have to make it exclusive so you can create the illusion that the value is. Come on, somebody. All right, let's get into the bill, man. But we the only people in the world that fall for that type of shit. We the only people in the world fall for that type of shit. When you look in the communities, why all the malls shut down? Because mostly a lot of malls was only making it because we were the product. I mean, we were the people that was coming through bringing the currency. Then they regentrified the neighborhoods and brought in Mexicans, but no other group of people spend money like us. So what happened when they brought the Mexicans in? The Mexicans are more self-sustained. They're not eating out. They cooking at home, fam. They're not going to go shop at the mall. They are going to a Mexican boutique. They going down to the Goodwill, nigga. They're not tripping on their appearance like that. Their only concern is work. I'm here to work. They finna crank that truck up in the morning, nigga, and go pick up 10 more Mexicans, and they finna go get a job. They finna go get a job done. They got a system going. Well, they know the value of $1 and they appreciate it. And then niggas will get mad because people say, oh, y'all spoiled, y'all lazy. We ain't lazy, we built America. You ain't built shit. It was already built in other parts that wouldn't. Your great grandfolk did it. You shouldn't even speak in any light or compare yourself nowhere near them. I don't give a fuck they was your ancestors or not. If you don't own 300 acres, if you ain't got businesses running, if you're not a prominent figure in your community, homie, if you're not well respected, then you can't, how you gonna compare yourself to that? No. That's not, you ain't built like that. Chill out. We not finna sit here and ride off our ancestors or work. They rolling over in their grave. We out here getting played. When they ran the world, when they were the heartbeat of the earth, we have become the greatest disappointment in the fucking world. Other countries like, hey, y'all wake up. Other countries offering to give us money. What Farrakhan say? Gaddafi gave me $5 million. That ain't no money. That's my friend, but that ain't no damn money. Now give me $5 billion. Now we talking. He said, give me $5 billion. Now we talking. Nah, real talk. So everybody want to do something for us. So where's all this ego coming from? It's only ego because we're in a Black American mindset. If we went in a Black American mindset, then we'll see the world exactly what it's for. We'll see all the problems that we're having exactly what they're for. Thus, we'll be able to handle them effectively. You know, it should be no excuse that we're losing this bad and so psychologically that all we could do is throw our hands up and complain about some shit that we could be doing for ourselves. But our mind on some more shit. Other things entertain us. We want to go out there and put on clothes and buy things to make other people look at us a certain way. Each other. We bust down everything. But when it went around these billionaires and they looking at you crazy, you didn't put all that in there, you didn't bought all them diamonds, and then you can't do nothing with them. Go try to sell that motherfucker. As soon as you bought it, depreciate it. Same way when you pull that range out the lot, nigga. That bitch was what, 110? You got it souped up, son. Okay, you nice. Okay. Come send it back to me, nigga, when you tired of it. I'll give you half what you paid for that bitch. Gang shit.
Press the pound key. If you wish to speak to our receptionist during normal business hours, press 0 now or continue to wait while I transfer your call. Please hold for the next available operator. Wado.
They said Wado. Hey, y'all be hearing them Indians say Wado, OCO, Halito, Wado. Y'all didn't hear that white lady on the operator? Oh, why we get you called Wado? Boy, why you'll never catch me using these mother. Man, I wish I would. Niggas have been taught wrong.
Good day. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Just have a couple of questions, to put on my records, or in my record rather. I know you guys a Cherokee Nation located in Oklahoma, correct?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay. And what is the name of your chief?
Bill John Baker.
Bill John Baker. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm also Cherokee as well. So a quick question. Do you guys have any Cherokee members that are of the the dark skin, dark browns, the so-called black, so-called African American members?
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm going to transfer to registration, okay?
Say that again?
I'm going to transfer you registration.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Know what that mean? Hey, we got a nigger online over here trying to break into the Cherokee thing. Can you get him back? Yeah. Come get him. It says he's Cherokee too. He's of the darker hue. Think this uppity nigger needs to be taught a lesson. I'm sending him over to you.
Cherokee Nation registration may help you.
Yes, good day. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. They just actually transferred me to you. I have a couple of questions. Just some questions for my record. I'm also Cherokee, but I wanted to ask, do you guys have any dark skinned so-called black, so-called African American members?
Well, I mean, we have the freedmen. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm just talking about because
we got a couple slaves.
So-called black people, we are Cherokee.
Yeah, the slave niggers. I got a couple slave niggers out there in the field right now. Is anyone family? Are you looking for family or anything? We don't keep records on them now. They are slaves.
I just wanted to know.
Mixed blood? Is that what you're talking about?
Mixed blood, mulatto?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, not mixed blood. I'm Cherokee. I'm not mixed, if anything. I'm just asking, do you have any members that's so-called black?
I don't understand your question, I guess.
I don't know why they in the goddamn world know what black mean. But ain't this a bitch? Out here following fads. We can't come nowhere and say, have you seen some black people? I really don't understand the question, nigga. I thought you said you Cherokee. You Cherokee or you black? Which one? Can't be both. Tell you what, you can't damn sure can't be both. And I think that's what nigga need to know. We all this old straddling the fence, either you're black American or you know who you are. Don't nobody know black American people. Everybody's taking advantage. Yeah, give me the music. Yeah, give me the culture. Give me the way you wear your clothes. Give me hip hop. Give me basketball. Give me all the inventions. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. Well, I told you, man, damn well don't nobody owe no black nigga nothing, cause ain't nobody did nothing to a black nigga. He couldn't do nothing but laugh. But it's not about what he think. It's about what you know. He's not black. His status ain't black. He's Choctaw Indian. You're asking for your shit to be black. So guess what you asking for? You asking for a hard time in life. You asking for a hard life. Yeah, nigga, don't nobody live a harder life than a black nigga. Yeah, you asking for a hard time, nigga. You gonna fuck around and get some hard time, nigga. How does life plus 25? How does that sound to you, nigga? That what happened to black folk. I'm not understanding the question. Bitch, you done ate some black dick before. You out there in the Oklahoma area, bitch, as a high schooler. You was down there at the river, bitch, getting pounded. You took you some black Cherokee dick from around the corner, just tasted that. Yeah. I'm not sure I understand the question. Cause I mean, this is the registration office. You said you were Cherokee. They sent you to me. You come here telling them some black shit. I think you need to exit. Yeah, we don't have documents on black folks, and I don't think no one in the world does, sir.
Okay. Do you know what? Okay, so you have an idea of what they call black people right here in the United States, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any members that are so-called black, but they're Cherokee?
Indian Carter, I ain't gone. No, you know I ain't lying. Goddamn it.
Well.
And me hides it. What's so funny? There ain't no comment in real life.
You can
we fucked up in the head.
And you can't be. You got to be full blood.
Huh? What she say? You can't be black and be Indian. Hello. You can't be black and Indian, nigga. Oh, my bad. Cause you confused me. Y'all niggas got we've been misclassified. Y'all got an identity crisis. Y'all motherfucking running around here. You everywhere you go, you want to bring the black with you. Well, that is a problem in here, sir. Why should you tell him?
I still don't understand. I mean, you can't be black and you can't be. You got to be full blood.
You can't be black American and the goddamn Indian at the same time. Can we hello somebody? Can we give Becky a clap? Woo! Clap it up for Becky. Because obviously they know something we don't know. It's damn nigga. This the third nigga in the week that told me I was crazy. I don't think I'm that crazy. I think the problem is this black shit. And we steady dragging it along as if it has some type of benefit. Yeah, they gonna put you in the algorithm. It's the wrong shit. You don't think it's crazy that they would not put the real deal in the algorithm, but they'll put the fake shit? I want you to go, white judge say, what do you want to be called? FBA? I said, hell no, nigga, we not FBA. Damn. What's wrong with FBA? It got a little ring to it. But that bitch ain't got no rights, no civil rights. Nigga unarmed. Man, come on, man. They go out there and shoot the shit out of black, unlive black nigga in front of the news station. Live at 5 on Fox 25. Nigga, ain't nobody going to man, nobody give a fuck about no black. She said you can't be black and no Cherokee at the same time now, nigga. They sent you to me because you said I'm Cherokee. I'm a Cherokee too. And they sent him to the registration lady trying to get him registered. But he did something about some black shit up. I don't understand the question. Well, let me ask you like this. Yeah, but you do know that you can't be black and Cherokee at the same time. You're gonna have to pick one. Say, nigga, ain't no black niggas getting in my motherfucking organization. Yeah, you need to go find yourself. And how about you go back and do a little research and find yourself, leave that black shit with it, and then come holler. And maybe we can talk. But if you black, you gotta be one of them slave niggas I got out there picking cotton. I shouldn't have said that. I hope the feds ain't got my line tapped. One of those wonderful, nice colored folk out there who comes and cuts me or clean my pool. And
I can't hear you. Say that again.
I don't
pick it to my cotton.
I'm not really understanding your question.
I'm not really understanding what it is.
All right, so how do I qualify to be a member of the Cherokee Nation?
You're saying you're Cherokee, but you're black.
Yeah. Well, I'm people consider me to be black.
You're saying you're Cherokee, but you're black. No, that don't go together. It don't go together. I'm sorry, black Americans. It don't go together. You gonna have to listen. Ain't no ride. I told you, ain't no ride the fence, nigga. This shit gonna be one way. We're gonna ride. We're gonna step on them. It's gonna have to be one way. Ain't nobody going for that, bro. And ain't nobody feeling sorry because you don't know. Ignorance is not an excuse of the law. Ignorantness is not an excuse of the law. So you got to find out, nigga, is you black or you Indian? Oh, somebody said, oh, that's why the nigga, man, I'm not black. I mean, okay, hello, hey, man, why? Because you can't be both. Hang up in the nigga face until you figure it out. While y'all on the fence, I'm Black American, I'm Indian. Black American give me a little more benefit, a little more pushing the algorithm than the Indian shit do. Won't give me no rights, won't give me nothing, you know. Maybe I can maybe benefit for myself by fucking over them or keeping black people into Black American psychology. I can benefit for that. But you can't be black in the Cherokee and the Indian at the same damn time. And it took a white $5 to tell a nigga that, and we smarter than them? Really? Really, who's winning this psychological war?
But I don't call myself black because I don't look black. You know, black is black. It's a color. I'm not a color. So,
what do you mean?
I'm brown. I'm brown of copper tone. I'm not black.
Okay, but that doesn't. You still have to prove what your race or your ethnicity is by your
ethnicity.
We use what is called the Dawes Roll.
Okay.
And the Dawes Roll was established by the federal government, and that was taken between 1899 and 1906.
By Henry Dawes.
Now northeastern Oklahoma.
Henry Dawes.
And that was
the federal government.
For the people who came over on the Trail of Tears.
Okay.
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 And they were able to sign that if they met the eligibility requirements back then.
Okay.
So if they were here and they met those eligibility requirements, they could sign up on there and get a roll number. Now, if we can trace a lineal ancestor back to the Dawes Roll, then you would be eligible to apply with the Cherokee Nation.
Okay, and when was that?
Or one of the other 5 civilized tribes or whatever that might have come over on the Trail of Tears.
Oh, okay, I get that. So when was that Dawes Roll taken again? In 18 what?
1899 through 1906.
Okay. So I could trace my family here in the Americas way before 1806, but
we don't need to go back that far.
We don't do that.
1899.
We got some new shit going on right now. Okay, we started this at 1899 when we got in control of the pen. When y'all got off code, this is when we hit y'all when y'all was a little weak. Took the land and everything. Did you know y'all was sitting on all that damn oil? Yeah, we took control. Don't worry about it. We got all that text code, Ixon, shit code. We say we getting Arab money. I'm sorry. What did you say, black man?
1906.
So what happened
We're talking about 7 years.
Okay, so what happened?
We're looking at a 7-year time window.
That's it.
What I'm asking is, what happened to those of us who didn't?
Well, shit, y'all became black. We only dealing with 7 years. If you ain't get in, you can never get in. Yeah, I done put some rules on you. And really, the counter to that is the 1866 treaty and the March 22nd, 1870 treaty. But we gotta learn how to fight. We gotta learn how to fight intellectually. We gotta learn what real power means. Information is power, knowledge. We gotta become more knowledgeable so we know how to fight, because they have created a game, a system. They say the system is oppressing us. We'll learn how the system works so you can beat it. Period.
Partake in the Dawes Rolls. Period.
Okay, then you would not be eligible.
You wouldn't be eligible, even if I'm American Indian.
Right. You had to sign up. Your ancestor would have had to sign up on the Dawes Roll.
She said, "Prove it."
Okay, and you said so you're okay. So your chief is, I think 132 Cherokee, right? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So Well, that's what it says, because I've done some research, because I've been trying to connect back to my roots, right?
Okay.
So if your chief is 132 Indian, then what is the other 32? Because if he's only 1%,
we don't have a blood quantum cutoff. We don't have a blood quantum. It all goes back to if you can prove if you had a family.
No, I'm laughing, but no, boy, that's real.
That's what we use.
Okay, so
you can prove that.
So essentially, even if I'm full-blooded Indian, because I'm a full-blood Indian, all right? So even if I'm full-blooded Indian, because I wasn't on the Dawes rolls, or my family wasn't on the Dawes rolls, that means I cannot be part of one of the 5 tribes, correct?
Well, if they use the Dawes roll,
no, we didn't.
Civilized tribes use the Dawes roll.
Okay.
Okay. Now, other tribes use different things as far as their eligibility goes.
Okay.
Go. But we happen to use the Dawes roll, yes.
Oh, wow. To me, that's a little bit, I know it's nothing that you could do about it, but it's a little bit unfortunate because, again, my ancestors have always been in the...
That's what happened in the history. That's what happened way back then, and there's nothing we can do about it now. You know, that's what happened back then, and that's what, they had the freedom to choose if they wanted to sign those rolls back.
Hey, what's there to keep coming up? They had a choice. Had a choice. It's a game. What you want? The red or the blue pill? Pick a hand, left or the right. Which hand is in? Which hand the money in? And you tap this when you open. Nah, nothing. But if you open the other hand, ain't nothing in there neither. We gotta understand, and we gotta hold ourselves accountable because we're accepting these choices, these fads. We are taking up on these fads. They had that new Negro movement. They had the Hebrew movement rolling. Yeah, they put the Moors on us, Harlem Renaissance on us, full of immigrants. Everybody on the... They out there, everybody stop you on the corner getting your flyer. Come to my class. Come hear this, come hear that. Today they saying, come to my panel. Come be a panelist. Yeah, come join the chat. Share the video. It's the same shit. Had a choice, nigga. You chose the wrong choice. You could have chose to fight. Hey, man.
Some people did and some people did not. But they weren't forced to sign them. They could choose to go on their way and not be a part of the Cherokee Nation, and they could do what, live and be where they wanted to be.
Okay. All right. That's true. I get that from your perspective, but and again, I just need clarification. So I really appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to share some of that information to me. So my next question is, are you aware, or do you know that the Aboriginal people of all the Americas were dark-skinned people?
Can I transfer you to someone else that knows a lot more about this than I do?
Okay, yeah, okay.
I just answer the phone. Just a moment.
All right.
With the Cherokee Nation requires an answer
by blood pedigree. And I was asking, how do you become a part of the Cherokee Nation? So is there any way you could give me some information on that?
Sure. The process for enrollment with the Cherokee Nation requires an ancestor on the Dawes Commission roll. And that roll was made in 1902 in Indian Territory, now Oklahoma.
Okay.
And if you don't have an ancestor on that roll, regardless of how much Indian blood you may have, you are not eligible to enroll.
Okay. So, all right. So, I mean, what you just told me is straightforward. So I guess my next question, it kind of, makes it a little bit obscure because my family, they didn't participate in the Dawes Rolls. However, we have been in America from time immemorial. We've always been here. So that means I wouldn't be able to even submit an application and be accepted.
Correct.
Because it's not done through blood.
Correct.
It's done through, so it's done through an organization and not through blood, correct?
Correct.
That's correct.
Hold on. See, a lot of teachers that come out here and tell you that these folks tricked you and they did it. Man, ain't nobody tricked you. Man, they have no reason to lie. For one, they feel like you cannot compete intellectually with, because nigga, you don't know who you are. Yeah. What he told him, he said, so that means that, he said, yeah. They're not lying. That's why I say this is one of my most favorite interviews on Indian history, period. This is one of the greatest lessons ever. Because they not lying. They ain't got nothing to lie. Why they gonna lie to a black nigga? How much black niggas ain't got no, black folk ain't got no power? I don't have to lie to you, and it never was a lie. You picked the bad. You had a choice. What Kanye say? Slavery was a choice. You had a choice. You made a decision. Live with your decision.
The doors rose. However, we have been in America from time immemorial. We've always been here.
That shit sounds good.
So that means I wouldn't be able to even submit an application and be accepted, correct? Because it's not done through blood. It's done through. So it's done through an organization and not through blood, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
That's correct. Can we be mad? Now, why we didn't just go create our own organization? You know how you saw that? After they tell you this is the organization, it's like a country club. We had a right to service you or to ask you to leave. You got to be a member. Hold on, let me check the files. Are you a member here? No. This is an organization. If you're saying you're this and you're not a part of this organization, sir, you don't do that. Let's not do that. You're not a part of this. You're not gang. What's your name? Let me see if you're in the file. See, you're not. We don't have a file on you, brother. You steady knocking on my door. You know what you can't be doing? All y'all in there. How about you go over there and build your own organization? And we ain't even got to have this conversation. Or you just going to fall out on the floor and complain like a black American do. Asking for somebody to come save them. Them white folks, listen, he didn't talk to 3 people. He didn't call the Cherokee Nation and talk to 3 people, and not one of them was a Native American. All 3 of them was YT people. Is that registering to anyone in the chat? Have y'all caught on yet? Let's work. You made a decision. Live with your decision.
Yeah, our tribe is, and we have a constitution that we adopted in 1976 and then amended in 2003. And in that constitution, the Cherokee people who were organized at that time chose the Dawes role as the sole source of proof for our organization.
Oh, okay. So with that being said, is it safe to say that even if someone wasn't an Indian by blood, okay, meaning that their ancestors have always been in the America, as long as they were
1976
they are still considered Indian.
Well,
you got to get in.
Citizen.
Or they consider the citizen.
Right. The relationship between the United States
and
the Cherokee Nation is not based on blood. It's based on treaties.
Okay.
So if someone...
It ain't based on blood. It's based on treaties. That's why I talk about the New Deal. That's why I talk about the Reorganization Act. That's why I talk about the Termination Act. That's why I talk about what he's speaking about now, the reconstitutions of the constitutions coming in the 70s. They kicked niggas out the tribe. That's why they didn't get the new ones ratified until the 2000s. What was taking place in the 2000s? Well, niggas was out here talking about they Yoruba and Igbo, Fulani, and taking these DNA tests, and this whole time they out there crowdfunding and lobbying to get their new constitutions, where they have created a criteria for as a Dawes role and you signing your name and making the cut. You had 7 years to make the cut, what she said. You ain't made the cut in those 7 years from 1889 or 98 to 99 to 1907, if you ain't made the cut, hey, say what you want me to do. If you ain't come back in 1976 and from 1976 to 2006, you don't make the cut. Go get the fuck out of here and go create your own. You want to be in? Why you want to hang around all these white folk? Don't y'all say we putting raisins in the potato salad? You would not like it here. Yeah, you won't like it. Go build your own and play some of that hip hop. You know,
his ancestors were members of the tribe at one time, but for whatever reasons, they may have chosen to leave the tribe or forced out of the tribe or abandoned.
No, real ain't no all, man.
The tribe itself continued on.
Oh, okay.
And so the relationship between the United States and the Cherokee people,
Black Americans ain't shit.
To our government.
Oh.
And so we do have people in our tribe who are not Indians.
Okay.
We just got through with an extremely contentious legal battle with the descendants of our slaves.
Okay.
And so they won a federal lawsuit and are now enrolling as members of the tribe, even though some of them have Indian blood, some of them don't. We don't care one way or the other.
Okay.
What we care about is, are there ancestors on the roll that the core population chose in 1976?
Okay.
And that they are.
Okay.
And, you know, we have people on our roll that are on there by fraud. We have, I found probably, I'd say about 5 or 6 families that their ancestors either bribed officials or, you know, whatever the process was.
Okay.
But they got on the roll.
Okay.
And then stayed on the roll for all these years. And so by virtue of our choice to make the Dawes roll the sole source, they're in.
Okay.
One of those descendants is sitting right now on our tribal court.
Oh, okay. All right.
Drives me nuts every time I see him. But
yeah, I feel you.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So my next.
Say that nigga like a white boy every time I see him. I tell him every time I see him, but you know, it is what it is. And laugh. He said it is what it is.
Question would be, I'm actually, if someone were to see me in the streets without my, you know, my indigenous
attire, hey, get the lights up.
I wear my feathers and my, you know, my regalia, you know, every single day. Now, if I were to walk in the streets without that, somebody would assume I'm black because of my complexion. So you know where I'm going with this. Do you have any people who fit that description that's actually part of your nation?
Yes. You know, we have, as I mentioned, you know, the descendants of our slaves, they are now members of the tribe.
Oh, and they're descendants of slaves.
Right. They are descendants of slaves. Now, some of them do have Indian blood because the slave masters, you know, creeping in the slave house and producing children.
Right.
But those
creeping in the slave, is that slang? Is that Black American slang? You know, we went back there and got some of that pussy, fucked on some of that old good old, you know how it goes, man. Come on, you know, she's back there, she's hot, giving you the eye, you know. Come on, brother. You know what I mean, right?
Children were not recognized by any legal marriage.
Okay.
And so their descendants are not enrolled as Indians. They are enrolled as freedmen.
Oh, okay. And that's perfect. Great information, which brings me to my next question. Because I've done a little research again, you know, I'm connecting back to my tribe, and I'm a full-blooded Indian by blood, right? What?
White boy had to pause on that. You gonna have to prove it, you know, because it's either me or you. You know, I'm under a system that works in my favor. Mr. Black man, you chose black. You chose the DNA test. You chose to be black first. You chose to be a descendant of a slave. You chose to be a foundation American. What proof do you have, brother? Because under the system, like I said, if you didn't get in 76, the Constitution we wrote in 76, we kicked the niggas out. Okay, I'm just gonna flat out tell you. Came back 2003. Came back in the 90s. Came back in 2003, and in 2006 it was ratified. So, you don't fit that system, sir. If you want to be a full-blooded nigger Cherokee, you're gonna have to go create your own. But you're afraid. You're scared. You're scared to go do it on your own. You want daddy's help. You want to sit on daddy's lap. You want the government to do it for you. You want a leader to come out here and do it for you. I get it. Well, as long as that you want that, we got good prime cotton out there that you look for a job there. Would you got a felony on your background, huh? You went out here snatching old lady purses. You indulged in the drug game because you can't get a job. Well, guess what? We're hiring. Got a lot of cotton be picked out there, nigger Cherokee boy. I'm sorry, black man.
What that means is, are you aware that in the Americas, all over the Americas, I mean, we know that the United States was established on the American continent in 1776, correct?
Well, yes.
Okay, so before before 1776, there was no such thing as the United States. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, beautiful. So before that, even before the 13 colonies and all that, even before the so-called transatlantic slave trade, are you aware that all the people on the American continent were dark-skinned?
Well, I know where you're going with that, and that's the Afrocentrism argument, and we don't subscribe to that.
Y'all niggas on some B1 shit. You come in here on some FBA shit, man. We don't, man. Say, listen, boy, I almost called you everything but the child of God. Listen to me, my black brother. Listen to me. So you just called to talk. You ain't even listening with comprehension. I just told you, nigga boy, if you didn't get in 1976 to 2006, you're not a part of this. You talking about some shit that happened when we were still, ain't no telling where my family was at in the world. I can't get records go back past 1870. Nigger boy, I'm sorry. I apologize. Freedman. Okay, Cherokee slave. You don't get it, do you? There's a system here, and it's law. And in America, we have to follow the law. And ignorance to the law is not an excuse, nigger. But I mean, Cherokee nigger. I'm sorry, Cherokee black America. It don't even have a ring to it. I think I like black American better. I love that for you. Black America. I love that for you. What do you want to be called? I want to be, he said, FBA. Joe Brown, he was busting his pistol. We got a FBA in a white t-shirt holding the sawed off semi shotgun. I said, no. FBA is a peaceful movement. But he was saying, he said, well, you got to be identified if the cops call it in. We got an FBA out here, topless, tattoos, waving around, automatic rifle, assault rifle. How do you want that to be ran across? We got to report it. How do you identify it? I say, this nigga slick. I say he's slick. But it's fucked up because that's who we are, bro. Like, sometimes you have to look in the mirror, bro. Everybody not saying it. What's the saying? If everybody's saying it, everybody can't be lying. We gotta look into our mental. If we're thinking like black Americans, then we're not even able to compete on a world stage at a world level. You gotta understand this here. We immigrants been invaded Europe for a long time. They had open borders way before, right? A lot of these places. You go to the UK, you will find people that you won't find nowhere else in the planet because it's so many, they mix so much that you won't even get that look anywhere else. You can go to Oregon, you can go to Washington State, you can go to Utah, Northern California, and you'll find people, phenotypes in the world that you wouldn't see in the Midwest, Ohio, Illinois, down south. We'll never see these type of people. I'm speaking from experience. So that open borders and them, and the migrants coming in, we had the apartheids and with the West Africans and the South Africans, right? But when the immigrants came in here, it can be said percentage wise, based off players in the game, right? We're not gonna name everybody because everyone was not in law school. Everyone wasn't in the medical industry or these industries that, the DACA program and Obama and them, provided them with, because they were, engineering these type of things that they specifically, placed them in. These are the jobs we want them to do. You had a class of our people, maybe not in the same school, but when the numbers come in, if we be honest, a lot of, we, even if we won, let's say we did win, we didn't win by that much. You want to know why? If we didn't win by that much, that all that was a ruler to gauge how far the gap was, because if we go back years ago, the gap was much further. All it tells us now is that it's closed. They're closing in, and they're not even worried about if they're above us or on our level. But if we are not dominating, because that's what we used to, the dream team. We go back to the fucking Olympics and niggas throwing the black power fist, and we was total we was total domination. Jesse Owens, the bronze bomber. The brown bomber, Joe Louis, and niggas fighting for America. He's Cherokee Indian going up against Max, the goddamn German, and Hitler's got his back. And, if he wins, this defines, who's the superior race. And Joe Louis, the Cherokee royalty, go out there and punish him. And, and let the world know that we still run this shit, and not by a little bit. You dig? So when the immigrants came in, and we're not dominating anymore. When we look at sports, we had Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph. We got all these, you know what I'm saying? Hall of Famers. If we go back 20, 15 years ago, it's not even a competition. Two, we're going all the way down to the buzzer with them niggas yet. Okay, so they're not better than us, but we're not dominating them anymore. You know what that mean? We can put them in there. So what, they didn't win today, they will get better. I'm just gonna gauge them against the best to ever done it. And for so long, y'all have been dominant, and to a point to where it's watered down now. You'll go out there and lose a 100-meter sprint, 200-meter sprint, when everybody in the world know that if you don't win it, Jamaica's winning it. Now you're losing to fucking Poland. Yes, you let a nigga from Uganda, and this nigga here, he ain't even got a track. He ain't got no cleats. The boy ain't got no cleats to stick in the ground. You out here, you losing the third world countries. You're not dominating anymore. Shout out to our USA women track team. Because just like the heavyweight champion of the world, I don't care. You could be the fastest man on earth, strongest man on earth. You know who's the most powerful? The most fastest woman on earth. Even with the relays. That's when the most eyes gonna be on it. They ain't worried about nothing else. But if our queens can sit on top and our queens dominate, it's like they already know what needs to be done. Yeah, they dominate. They don't do that. They dominate. The niggas, yeah, Jamaica might fuck around and come get us. We lost to Canada. Do you know the embarrassment in that? Yeah, we lost to Canada, nigga. What? So right now they say, okay, well, they ain't dominating no more. Yeah, and then we bring in these immigrants everywhere else and around the world, and they can compete, but they're not looking. Our ancestors have always dominated to the point that it don't. Today now is USA versus the world. They have to go find all of the players in the world, and you know what? We're not gonna beat them. The next US, we're not gonna be as dominant as we possibly will lose. When back then we could put our the final four, they don't even have to win it. But we can put any team out the final four up against these Olympic teams, greatest in the world in their countries. But now they're going to go get the whole world because we're supposed to be so dominant and we created the sport, and that, yeah, they can go get all the greats in the world and just put them against us. So that was the conversation. Now, when they do it in the Olympics, them niggas gonna beat this shit out. We probably be eliminated in the first round. That's how real it is. So yeah, they gonna move a basketball to Ghana. They moving basketball to Ghana, the largest library in the world. That's gonna house all information on melanated people throughout the centuries will be housed in Ghana. Ghana has rooftop bars. They have beach parties, no different than Miami. Houston is called Little Nigeria. Yeah, they have a lot of those students that came here and got their free money, free housing, free schooling. I ain't talking about no nigga got a bachelor's in children. No, they getting that money. They're learning how to fly planes. They're learning AI. You know, they're learning STEM and shit. And yeah. And when they looked at the test results, we went dominating. So they say, you know what? We can. It's time. It's time. Remember, in the 80s, white men couldn't jump. Woody Harrison. Yeah. White men couldn't jump. And in the last NBA draft, nigga, out of the top 10, nigga, it was 7 white boys out of 10 went in the first round. This ain't never happened. You know why? Because we not dominating no more. We got our hand out. We have lost the greatness of our ancestors. We have ashamed them. But like that lady told them, you're confusing me. Why I'm confusing you? Because you said you can't. You said you're a Cherokee. You cannot be black and Cherokee at the same time. Amen. Let's walk.
Prescription. It's a matter of, do you know that it's a fact that the Aborigines of this land were dark skinned? So therefore, if all the Aborigines of this land, and it's scientifically proven that they were dark skinned, how is that other people get to claim to be Indians and then we can't because we didn't take part in the Dawes Rolls?
Well, the Dawes Roll was selected by the Cherokee people, who were the people who owned the Cherokee Nation.
Oh, okay.
The Dawes Rose was created by Henry L. Dawes. Let me give you his middle. Henry L. Dawes, who is come from a Quaker. And if we go back further enough, that Quaker family is gonna go up to Canada. That Canadian family is gonna have something to do with the first African Association under Sylvester Williams. But I can't give you too much right now. I'm trying to prove a point. Why that Black American straddling the fence? Or that fad shit, we need to wake up because we're being dumbed down to the point that we're not even dominating third world countries no more. Fuck the other superpowers that we were so dominant they couldn't even mention the word super. We put the superpower in America, but we didn't lost it.
We are the Cherokee Nation. And
so is the same thing. So all right. So what is the original name?
Hey, get the lights up.
You mean in our language?
No, it was Anionwea, right?
Well, that's the word for principal people.
Yeah, the principal people. So what I'm saying is Anionwea was changed to Cherokee. Is there a reason why you guys don't use Anionwea and now use Cherokee?
We do use that word among ourselves.
Okay.
In our relationship with the United States, the United States knows us as Cherokee, and
so he say we use that amongst ourselves, but with our relationship with the United States, what is he speaking on? Constitutional. There's no emotions. Okay, nigga boy, I'm sorry, my black brethren. You might do have more Cherokee blood in you than me. But you know what? That's not the game we playing. You playing the wrong game. If you want to play that game, you got to go do it over there. Because this is a different league. We have a different rule, point system, and way how the game is to be played. And if you don't learn it, you'll never be able to beat me in it. If you don't learn what the game truly is and how to score points, your points come off your productivity, your effort, and your results. If you don't know how to do that, then I know you don't know how to go build your own. And I tell you one goddamn thing, you're not getting in here. Because this was built by us. This is ours. No one said you can go do something for yourself. The choice is up to you. You are making the choice to knock on my door and beg me for some hand out for some shit instead of putting your hand out and your brother hand on side of you and making a pact and a bond and say, before we leave this earth, we're gonna build our own. So the next generations coming behind us do not have to worry about that. Their mind can be on getting enough information because knowledge is power. Learning how to play the blueprint on how to play the game. What game is being played so they can know how to play it and navigate their way through it and be successful. Not only be successful because we don't count success if we're not dominating. If we're not dominating, we're not winning. If it's a close fight, guess what they gonna do? In boxing, they say, oh, that's a robbery. They took it from me. So you know what people say? I'm not going to leave this in the judge's hand. Can I get an amen? We're not going to leave it in the judge's hand. If we're not going to leave it in the judge's hand, what are we saying? We're saying we're going to go out there and dominate so the whole world can see. We're not going to leave it up to these people's opinion because their interest may not be for me. So I have to go out there and overachieve. And see, that was something that our ancestors had in them. They didn't mind. They knew coming from where they was coming from in the game, the rules of the game, how it was structured and played. What was one thing they was always taught? Hey, homie, you going to have to be better. You got to be better. You got to be twice as better. When we look back, we think about, oh, that was a slave mentality. No, that put a fire inside of you. You understood when you stepped out there. I'm doubted. The odds are against me, so I gotta fight harder. And within that, in that understanding, we dominated. So you know what they gave us? Power. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the respect.
So that's what the treaties say. So we go by what the treaties say when we're in dealing with them.
Oh, okay. So the United States pretty much decided to say, okay, you know what? We're not going to use Annie and Weir. Let's just create something new, and then we created Cherokee. In essence.
Well, that word has also a Cherokee origin, but it's the word Cherokee is an anglicized version of the Cherokee word Ajilaki, which means people of fire.
Right.
And so, you know, we don't mind being called Cherokees. We've been called that for 500 years, so we don't have a problem with that.
Okay. And
now, see, this is why you gotta listen. Earlier, the lady gave a clear time frame, right? 1899 to 1907. 1906. Well, he also gave a timeline, 1976 up into 2003. But we know that's when they put it in and then get ratified into 2006. So the game that they're playing, they're not playing the 500 game. We'll use that language to make you think we tie back to that. But that the Cherokee Treaty that was created, Constitution that was created in 1825 and 28, people don't know that it didn't. They took away from it comes through the mother to the father. The father can hold it. You can only be what your mother was. But then after the small hats came in, the Ashkenazis who were adopted into and bred in with the Sephardians, they ran it. So when they ran it, and they got with some of their brotherhood, people out the brotherhood, they created their own 1794, which lasted into 1907. That is not the same organization that came back in the 70s and 76, like he spoke of. It's not the same thing. That's not even the same thing as when Henry L. Dawes and the Quakers brought down the Dawes system. And then it came with the Curtis Act that swept it all up. And in 1905, they had what's called a 5 civilized tribe meeting. Man, let me chill. Let walk.
Before I conclude, so I've done some research and I realized that no disrespect, and I'm here again just to get information. So I'm not going to disrespect your culture because I think everyone needs to be respected either way. So I'm going to respect that. However, I've done some research and I realized that your chief is John Bill something, right?
Bill John Baker.
Bill John Baker.
Yeah. So I realized, I found out that he has a 132 Cherokee.
And he's actually 332nd, but that's neither here nor there. He's still pretty much a white man.
Yeah, and
he says actually 332nd. He's pretty much a white man. But you might get a black American might get emotional about that. Cause that's what y'all do. Y'all get emotional. Y'all are emotional creatures. You get emotional instead of saying, okay, you're emotional, not solution based. Because I told you the truth, you got emotional about it because of how you feel. But you're not understanding there's a game being played, and intellectually you're losing. That's why you're not grasping what's taking place. You call it check me by my chief. Yeah, he's not what you said. I'm gonna give you he's 332, nigga. He's further away than you thought he was. Yeah, basically a white man. Oh, you got emotional over that. I shouldn't have said that. Did I hurt your feelings, Mr. Black American? Or did you want me to give you all the answer to the test? How about you go out there and get your own answers and solutions and produce results for your people? Or stay black and see how much power you get from black power.
And I did a lot of research and realized that his ancestors is actually from Ireland and German and everything, but yet still he gets to be a Cherokee. And so how is that even possible?
Well, it's possible because his ancestors were citizens of the Cherokee Nation.
Oh.
Citizenship does not divide.
Oh,
it
okay.
passed 100% from parent to child.
Mm-hmm.
And so his ancestors, who actually were Indians, I'm related to him.
Yeah, that's my cousin. He don't know that. Don't tell him I said that. But I was doing a little genealogy search, and you know what? Come across we're fourth cousins. Didn't even realize it.
Instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But his ancestors were Cherokee Indians at the time of discovery.
Mm-hmm.
His ancestors were citizens of the Cherokee Nation at the time of the first making of the treaty of 1783.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been citizens of the Cherokee Nation ever since. So we don't base anything on blood quantum.
Oh, yeah,
we base it on whether your ancestors were citizens of the nation.
Because the research that I did,
we don't base it on blood quantum because you'll beat us. So you know what I did? I just countered you, fam. I took your strength and then I turned it into a weakness. Y'all can do that in your system because y'all the most documented people here. You don't understand your power, fam. You have power. You can get shit done. That's why 1970, you got grandparents older than that. Some of you guys out there are older than that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam. Some of y'all was born at that same time, 1976. But he's saying you don't understand how to play the game. What you think the world's supposed to be, it's not. But that's okay because whatever you want the world to be, you can make it that. Because we was looking for something that'll work for us. And we created this. Sorry if we used your names and all of that shit. But that's why we don't qualify by blood. We just qualify. We have a different system on which yeah. And you can have a system of your own too. But you over here knocking on my door talking about I stole something from you. Now, why would you call me a thief, brother? All I did was the same thing you can go do. But you listen to black, you niggas from Africa, right? Black, you black, right? You black and proud, right? That's some African shit, right? You see? You gave up your right because you can't be both. So when they ask you what you want to be called, and it's not tied to treaties and constitution, you lose. And we don't do documentation because we'll lose. Only documentation we want is what our family signed their names on. And that's what we're getting. That's why we're reaping the benefits. Have you looked for your family? Okay. Have you found them? We'll take those documents and go put them to use. Go get a plan, black man. Because right now, we're not changing the rules in our game because it works for us. Find what works for you. And guess what? And before you close the door, again, you're the most documented people. We don't have 25% of what you have. That blood in your body is power. We don't have it. Our power comes through deception and paperwork and you being distracted. Also, you not having the ability to intellectually compete. Black man.
Shows that he's not Cherokee he's not even an Indian by blood, period.
Well, he is.
Yeah, but
he is an Indian by blood.
But so if he is an Indian by blood, that's what I'm saying is then he's supposed to be a so-called dark man, because again, the dark-skinned people were the original Indians. So again, where did he get to be an Indian by blood?
Well, his ancestors intermarried with white people. That's
but he looks Caucasian to me though. That's what I'm saying. And when you say white, do you mean that white in the sense of
white European?
Oh, because they're different so-called looking white people. So again, that kind of like it's kind of like a word play. You know what I mean? It's semantics. You know what I mean? Because again, he looks white, but he may not be white European or Anglo-Saxon, but he's a white man.
I would say so.
Exactly.
I mean, if I saw him walking down the street, I would say, "There goes a white man."
There you go.
However, our tribe is not necessarily made up of just brown or dark-skinned people.
Okay.
The Cherokee Nation is made up of citizens.
Yeah, and I get that. I totally get that, and I respect that. So again, so I guess all the Aboriginals, because would you guys consider yourself Aborigines?
No.
I would consider us to be Aboriginals, and our government is an Aboriginal government.
Okay, so again, and once again, I mean, and it's not even Afrocentric, because do you believe that? First of all, do you believe that life originated in Africa?
No.
Life or
life,
or
period, or human life?
No.
You don't believe that?
No, I do not.
Okay, it's great, perfect. So if life didn't originate in Africa, how is it assumed that all dark-skinned people are from Africa? I mean, when the sun shines all over the world and the equator actually runs between, the continent of Africa and the Americas, and everybody in South America was dark-skinned. So how is it assumed that every dark-skinned person is African?
I don't assume that.
No, I'm not saying you, but I'm talking about in terms of, because you said, when I mentioned that all the dark-skinned people in the Americas were dark-skinned, you said that's Pan-Africanism. But again, we are agreeing that life didn't originate in Africa and all dark-skinned people are not African. So what happened to all the dark-skinned people that were actually on the American continent from time immemorial? Why is that? Because
hey, y'all, watch this.
It's a governmental
it's gonna get good.
What do we do from there? Do we petition so that could be changed, or it is just something that's ironclad?
Listen. Why are we asking a YT man for the answers? It shows that we don't have a plan for ourselves. It shows that only way we could get something done is if someone help us. It is showing that we're incapable of thinking for ourselves. That's why we started out saying you can't compete. Knowledge is power. You can't compete. And as a black man, no one cares about your excuses. We shouldn't be saying we're full-blooded Cherokee, we the real Cherokee, and then we turn around and ask a white boy who said it ain't even about the bloodline. It's about the game, knowing how to play the game. And then we turn around and ask them for help on how to be a Cherokee. You just confidently told me you was a Cherokee, but now you're not feeling so Cherokee-ish now? You need my help? The hell if I will give it to you. You got to do it on your own. Then it'll be respected. Or you go take some dick in your ass and your booty and go along with the get along game. You get a mansion, a yacht, hang out at the parties, might get a train ran on you. Who knows? Might get lucky. Yeah, we might take you back there and pull out them Pampers. And them white men is smelly in there. They coming out of wheelchairs and all, nigga holding on the cane, fucking you from the back. Yeah, that nigga got it. Then they got two canes. to balance himself out while he dig in you. Unless you got a plan. You ain't got no plan, black man.
You have to have been on the Dawes Rolls, whether you are an aborigine or not, because like I said, it's scientifically proven that all the dark-skinned people were actually in the Americas before any light-skinned, pale, anybody, and the first people on the planet, to be quite frank, were dark-skinned. So that means everybody came from the womb of the dark-skinned woman, and that's scientifically proven. Isn't that a fact?
Well, I'm not really sure where you're trying to go with that.
No,
so
I'm
not going to agree or disagree with you. I just know that my ancestors, which are Cherokee Indians, have been on this continent for thousands of years. And that my ancestors are not Africans. My ancestors are American Indians. And the people who are claiming that they are American Indians that are actually black, we don't buy into that. That's just not who we are.
I know that's not who you are, because once again, I mean,
y'all, cause they finna start. They finna what? The YT Cherokee feel disrespected, and he didn't roll his sleeves up. I was what? Man, that white boy want to fight. They finna start chunking them. They finna start throwing them hoes. Watch this here. What? There's a whole fight finna break out. Cause what you ain't finna do is come in and try to Cherokee me. You just ask for my help. You know what, nigga? See, I just had to get on a couple of them Cherokee freedmen back there. Goddamn, come back with a half a bag of cotton. Them bags supposed to be filled up now. If I give you a quotum, you don't reach that quotum. Trouble. See, I had to teach you a lesson too, there, boy. Yeah, you so up at it, nigga. You got muscles and shit. I tell you what, you wrestle me. Shit is right here on my hip. License to kill. Okay, nigger boy, black man attack a Cherokee law-abiding sovereign citizen. That's penalty by death, boy. Yeah, they finna go to chunking them hoes.
And of course, I mean, if people come into a land and they met people there and they happen to settle in, because remember you said your ancestors came, right? So they've been here for thousands of years, but before they came, there were people here. So you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this?
Well, I see what you're trying to say.
No, not what I'm trying to say. I mean, I'm saying that I have the facts that, you know, the people who actually call themselves natives right now, they haven't been here for thousands of years. So, you know, and I know it's a he or say you think it is, but we have the scientific and we have the legal documents and historical documents to solidify and prove that fact. So, you know, I get that you are saying that, you know, to be part of the nation, it doesn't deal with blood quantum. It just strictly deals with citizenship. So again, anybody could just say, okay, you know what? Let us just form an organization and let us just deal with the United States and we could be considered natives.
And guess what that answer is?
You know, but yet still, the people who will have been here again for millions of years, because my ancestors have been here for, I mean, I'm talking about, man, I can't.
So he said, you just saying somebody could just go create an organization and then get a relationship with the government and they can be there. Yes, that's the game. And that's how you're able to stay out of it, because you didn't create it. But no one told you can create it. Nobody but these quote unquote conscious people. They want to take your minds to Africa, and a lot of people bought into the fad. It was a fad. It was cool. Hey, black pride. Yeah, give me 5 on the black hand side. Yeah. We gotta stick together. Black power. Nigga looked up, nigga ain't had no power. Them motherfucker told you not to go vote. Man, they didn't hindered you. Erase that name, put an X on it, give me a L, a Del, a Bay, a Day. How about you take a Kemetic name? Yeah. How about you take a African name? And See, can't give you no choice, because at the end of the day, the choice is always gonna be yours. You feel me? So you said, so a person can just go do this here, and he like, white boy like, duh, nigga, Didn't you tell me the copper colored people here, the real Indians here, were copper colored? And I told you that my people came here, yet and still I'm a Cherokee. The problem is, ain't none of y'all never got up and went to go build y'all own. After the Civil War and the treaties were signed, y'all had free reign. Nobody said you was under no Native American or anybody. You wasn't under nobody. You had free will. So why you still don't have it? Because mentally, somebody told you don't have it. You haven't even tried. You haven't even attempted. The nerve of you, black slave. I mean, black. You know what? That was the last time. That was the last time. But I'm just not sure what you want to be called.
Even go back and pinpoint a time when my ancestors were not. You know what I mean? So at some point, guys,
because that's what you want to believe.
No, that's not what I want to believe. But you see,
the sad thing about that is.
So what I'm saying is this, right?
You've talked for about 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what I think.
What you think?
What I think is that African American people have a personal opinion.
Okay.
I think a lot of African American people in this country have a lot of self-hatred, and so you guys want to be us because you don't want to be you.
Uh-oh. This is how people talk. This is how people talk about us. Listen, it's not one group of people in the world, in America, especially immigrants and nothing. Nigga just told you he came over here. He told you he just came over. His people came here. We didn't originate. We came here, walked in your trap and took over the trap. And now you're gonna cry about it. This guy, these people. You know what I think, Black Americans? You know what I think about you guys? I think you think you got self-hatred in you, boy. Yeah, you want to be me. Whole time he being you. But it's a mind, it's psychological, because they said, okay, these niggas too big, too strong, too fast. Well, let's whoop them psychologically. And psychologically, they been tearing our ass up. We got to give it to them. You want to throw a football around. You want to race. You want to do flip. We can do all that. But when it's time to think collectively, that's just some niggas. That's just an attribute in the talent niggas ain't got. Until further notice. Yeah, so he want to fight. Yeah, no, I'll listen to you 20 minutes. Goddamn it, it's my turn. Let me tell you about you. And they ain't finna go put that programming on them, because everybody know we went through a program, a black experiment of 1968. Everybody except us. Everybody know except us. So the code word to put the nigga, the slave, to wake him back up and put him back in the slave state is to talk to him like this. You know what? You got a lot of self-hatred in you. I thought more of you. I expected more of you.
And so, we can't change who you are, and you can't change who we are.
Okay.
Our relationships with the United States are our relationships. Our treaties are our treaties.
I totally.
You want to run around with feathers on and call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. That's your business.
No, I totally get that. Hear what I'm saying? And again, I'm not here to debate. It's just strictly a conversation. And I'm glad we're having this, because it's a conversation that needs to be had. Because once again, you said that life didn't originate in Africa. So why are you assuming that, based on what you're saying, it's safe to say that you're assuming that every so-called black person...
You asked me, did all life begin in Africa?
And you said no.
And I said no.
So my next question is, do you think that...
I asked you, I said, do you mean human beings?
So,
I said no.
This is the most appropriate question. Do you think that every so-called
people originated in Africa, Indian people originated in the Americas, white people originated in Europe, and Asian people originated in Asia?
Black people originated in Africa. And then black people want to come out and fight it. And it's like, bro, this is the rules of the game that is being played now. If you're not going to change them, you damn sure ain't finna sit here and complain about, I don't want to hear it, boy. I don't want to hear all this whining. Get up and do something about it. Get up and do something. Make it shake. We weren't immigrants in this country 20 years, but we was able to acquire a relationship with the government, get paid real good, got our own nations, own towns, casinos. Yeah, we do it all. You can't do nothing. I heard they relocated y'all. Yeah. I heard that y'all had a natural catastrophe. They broke the levees and relocated you niggas and gentrified your community. Yeah, because you don't know how to play the game, boy.
But all right, so here's my question. Do you think that every so-called black person is from Africa?
No, because there are some in Fiji, there are some in Melanesia, there are some in India.
Okay.
You know, they're all over the place.
So what you're saying, you were saying that
I'm
they
talking
were
about the black people in the United States.
So here's what
the
you're
black
saying.
people in the United States came over on slave trips from Africa.
So what you're saying is that they from everywhere else on the planet except none of them was in America before slavery.
Nope, none of them. Well, some of them might have been. I don't know.
But come on,
brother.
Hey, you threw a curveball at me there, yeah, little nigger. See, you got potential there, boy. You need to use it. You almost got me. Okay, all right, okay. So was black people in America? No. Well, okay, all right, maybe some. Okay, you got me on that one. See, nigger, you got it. I'm sorry. I apologize, my black brother. You got it in you, but you're still a slave. You came over here from Africa. I got the ship manifest. I'm holding the ship manifest in my hand.
It's either they were or they are not. Because you see, now you're being contradictory. Because if you're saying that so-called black people was on every other planet except America before the slave ship, you're saying that for some reason the sun didn't allow so-called black people to be in America before the slave trade. That alone in itself doesn't even make sense.
No, there were no black people here before Europeans got here because they brought you guys.
No.
Now, what are you gonna do about it? I just told you I started this in 1976, and we was ratified in 2006. Fam, there's a system in place. You gotta learn how to play the game. Knowledge is power. Ignorance to the law is not an excuse. Black man, and ain't nobody got more excuses than a black American. So guess what? When none of you guys here in America until my people brought you over. Yeah, we brought you over here, nigga. Boy, do you remember now? Like Jason Bourne, treat him like Jason Bourne. You remember now? Is it coming back to you? Remember that long boat ride you took over here? You had the rice. You had the okra in your hair. You think we didn't know you hid it in there? Yeah. You good cotton picker, barefooted cotton picking. Let me tell you something, buddy. You threw that curveball at me. I want my action back. I want her to swing at that.
But guess what? Europeans didn't bring so-called dark-skinned people here. As a matter of fact, the first slaves on the American continent were Caucasians.
That's not even relevant.
No, it is relevant.
You're not supposed to know that. That's just a low blow. That's not relevant. That's neither here nor there, brother. It's true, but that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're talking about.
It's absolutely right.
See, you want to throw overhands, and you got your two in. Okay. Changes nothing. My lip is busted. I'm gonna get that touched up. We have our own hospital facilities here. You know that, right? I'm gonna get this cut fixed up. You made me draw blood, but I tell you what, your ass should never be on this road, boy.
You know, my grandmother, who was a full-blood Cherokee Indian, was dark-skinned. And
Cherokee,
if she had permed her hair, she could have passed for a black person in North Tulsa, which is our black community here. So, yeah, there were dark-skinned people here, but not all dark.
He said, my grandma. Y'all heard him, huh? Because he said, you want to get dirty. You want to get in the pig pen and fight. Okay. Yeah, I want to get in the octagon. You want to get out here and fight in the pig pen. Well, I tell you what.
Because they brought you guys.
No, but except America before the slave ship, you were saying that for some reason the sun didn't allow so-called black people to be in America before the slave trade. I mean, that alone in itself doesn't even make sense.
No, there were no black people here before Europeans got here because they brought you guys.
No, but guess what? Europeans didn't bring so-called dark-skinned people here. As a matter of fact, the first slaves on the American continent were Caucasians.
That's not even relevant.
No, it is relevant. It's absolutely relevant. It's absolutely relevant.
You know, my grandmother, who was a full-blood Cherokee Indian, was dark-skinned. And
Cherokee,
if she had permed her hair, she could have passed for a black person in North Tulsa, which is our black community here. So, yeah, there were dark-skinned people here, but not all dark-skinned people are black.
But guess what? In fact, nobody's black. Africans.
Do anybody see the point in it? Right? This is why this guy is very. It's a lot of people being honest with us, bro. They're being honest, but intellectually, we are not understanding how to play the game. That's a game being played. You got all the records. I can't pull it. We go record for record. I can't beat you. We go bloodline for blood. I can't beat you. So that's why I changed the system. That's why our system doesn't go by blood quantity, sir. You had to sign in. You had to be initiated. That's why they brought the book side. Is it making sense now? The only problem is you niggas knocking on our door when you could have just went and did the same thing I did. You still can go do the same thing I did. You at my door. You really hating, fam. What I got going on with these folks is what I got going on with them. You go get you some business. See, that's why we kick your ass out the tribe in the first place. Because you need to go find you some business. Tend to your business. Go get yours like I'm getting mine. If we're seeing immigrants coming in here and getting theirs, that's because they taking action. They going to go get it. Nigga, go get a plan. A man without a plan is what? Oh, okay. Nigga begging for help.
Call themselves black. We didn't call ourselves black. We are brown skin. So I don't consider myself black.
You guys had your own names for each other. I know that because you had your own tribes and your own languages.
So
y'all had y'all own names. Y'all had y'all own tribes. Y'all had y'all own languages. That sound ancient. If it's not the same as what today is, then that means that was some time ago. Remember, he said his people came here. So when his people came here, we had our own tribes, own names for ourselves, own languages. But today, we're using generic terms, which is why we have and we're so distracted and been rocked to sleep. But at the same time, ain't no law written saying we can't go do whatever we, set out to do. Nobody said we couldn't do that. Niggas just ain't put no effort in doing it. They'd rather make a fake tribe of 501c3, 5014. They'd rather come out here and, see what they can get. How much money we can get. How much funding. Instead of getting a group of people who share the same interests, and then you build that, and you build that paradigm. Or don't believe in it. Stay black and stay on crack. Yeah.
Okay, so but again, so now you are actually admitting that before slavery there were dark-skinned people here.
Yeah.
There were American Indian here who.
But I'm talking about in terms of complexion.
There were dark-skinned American Indians.
We know we are American Indians, but they were dark-skinned.
Yes.
No, you all are not American Indian. We are.
But
you all are black people from Africa.
Listen, man. I mean, I see the game that you were playing, and
so he just told the truth. He even said his grandma. He only Cherokee because of his his copper-colored grandma. Check. Now let's work. He used his copper-colored grandma to get his positioning and to be recognized as Cherokee. What you gonna do with your grandma, your copper-colored grandma, while she rolling over in her grave because you out here underperforming, even with immigrants? The nerve of you.
There were American Indian here who.
But I'm talking about in terms of complexion. There were dark-skinned people here. We know we are American Indians, but they were dark-skinned.
No, you all are not American Indian. We are.
But
you all are black people from Africa.
Listen, man. I mean, I see the game that you're playing, and once again, you know, I'm just saying that, you know what, the truth will come out to light, and you know, the Creator, you know what I'm saying, will bring everything to light, and the truth will come out. Because the point I'm trying to make is, you're telling me that every so-called black person, dark-skinned person, was on the continent except America, and now you are telling me, well, some of them was here. Either they were or they are not. But then you're talking about black. I never said I was black. Black is a color that's really black. I'm not black. I'm brown. You see what I'm saying?
You're African. So
you're telling me I'm African, but you don't even know who I am, right?
You're African. This what people think about black folks. You shouldn't have you caught up here with that black shit, using that terminology. Yeah, whenever we hear that, that's code. That's code word. That let me know you've been through the experiment. You're a rat. You're an experiment rat. Yeah, you're a lab rat. Yeah. You are the creation that was handcrafted and molded psychologically, you know, through a psyop experiment on the brain. And now you don't know who you are. Either you're black or you're Indian. You can't be both. You're going to take a pick. Get what? Black folks at the bottom. When they had them laws, colored phones and colored people had to ride in the back of the bus and all that. Guess who didn't? American Indians. Those laws did not apply to them. So yeah, American Indian, long as they was in their proper status, that they couldn't even get treated like that. You hear me? You couldn't talk to no Indian like that. We going to court, bitch. Cause we knew how to play the game then. We knew the laws, the rules, and regulations. Why? Cause we set them up. Yeah, this what happened when a nigga put a mirror in front of you.
I know what you've told me, and
what I told you was what I said. But then you're talking about black. I never said I was black. Black is what the truth will come out to light, and you know, the Creator, you know what I'm saying, will bring everything to light, and the truth will come out. Because the point I'm trying to make is, you're telling me that every so-called black person, dark-skinned person, was on the continent except America. And now you are telling me, well, some of them was here. Either they were or they are not. But then you're talking about black. I never said I was black. Black is a color that's really black. I'm not black. I'm brown. You see what I'm saying?
You're African.
So you're telling me I'm African, but you don't even know who I am, right?
I know what you've told me, and
what I told you was what I said was my ancestor.
Felder, watch what he say. He gonna say, "Oh man, we get a couple of these calls a week." This what he do. That's why he does. He gonna tell him, man. I hear this shit we get y'all calling in every week talking this shit. But y'all failing to realize what we have going on is something totally complete. We're not even including y'all. Why you think we're not including y'all? Why haven't someone rose up, or why aren't y'all so smart that y'all don't know y'all can go do the same thing I did and have more power and effect and sovereignty rights than I do? Y'all can be better off than I am. I'm just trying to, make some shade. God damn, boy. Carry your ass across street. Carry your black ass across. I'm sorry. I said that was the last time. This the last time. Black American brother, nigger, African. Go across the street with that bullshit. It's an empty building over there. Go create your own. Get your goddamn hand out and put it in the dirt and build your own. This is my shit, and I tell you, a black American damn show ain't coming in fucking what I got going on. You're black, you're from Africa. Sorry. Have you done your DNA test?
This have been on this landmass from time immemorial. Not at one point I said I was African, but you assume that I'm African.
Have you done your DNA test?
You told me that.
No, I never said that. I asked you, do you think that all dark-skinned people
and
are from Africa?
all this line of stuff that you're telling me, we hear it all the time.
Okay, so I'm lying.
People with your views call us probably about once a month, and
no.
Okay, my bad, Felder. Not once a week. It was once a month. So yeah. My bad.
No, you know what? I'm calling, and like I said, that's why I said, I'm calling because it's for the record, because we have to make sure that, again, we get to the bottom of this, because I know I realize that there are so many different cultures that's here usurping, our identity, and then when we approach them, they tend to, again, evade the question and deal with it from more of an organizational perspective. Okay, well, you know what? This is what the United States said. We are the Indians. Oh, no, it's not what they say. It's what is.
No. And that's what we're losing it. Like he said, you come out and say, okay, this was the... Yes. But do you know how much money I had to pay a nigga to go in there and say that for me? Check. Do you know how much money we put together for them to go in there and pass that as law? Why you think we broke the tribes up? We had to break them up, brother. We couldn't have everybody together. We divided you. Duh. How about you crowdfund for something beneficial, and then going there with the right language and go do the same thing for yourself? You guys won the Civil War. There's no reason you should be even having a conversation with an organization that was created in the 20th century. An organization that you're older than. A lot of people, for the people that's older than, that was born before 1976. You shouldn't even be entertained in this shit. He said, okay, so you go do it because you got and you can do the same thing. That's the game. You're emotional about it. You're not solution-based about it, though. You're mad. You're emotional and mad, but you're not mad enough to go do something about it. The fuck out my office. You know what? I'm done with this call. You know too much. Y'all too smart not to figure out how to play the game. And we know whenever y'all play a game, y'all make the game into y'all favor. It don't matter what it started off at. Y'all have the power to come through and break it and create a new system and thrive in it. But y'all have been diluted down to this Black American shit. And now all y'all do is complain, get emotional, and hold your fucking hand out and make more excuses than the nigga in the back of a police car.
You know what I'm saying? But I totally get where you're coming from. It's an organizational thing. You don't have to be an Indian by blood to be part of the Cherokee, because the United States, hey, you know what? They are foreigners. They came here. They fought over, my ancestors. And when I say my ancestors, I'm talking about the dark-skinned people who was on this continent before even you guys came. And they had to put somebody in our place. And I guess
hey, yeah, appreciate you, Miss Mary. I'm in love with Mary Jane. Appreciate that 50 ball in the cash app. Yes, ma'am, I got it. That's me, sweetheart. But I just put both of them up just in case, because they took that bitch for the other day. They keep taking it and they give it back 2 days later. Okay, we're sorry. So yeah, appreciate that love, Mary Jane.
It happened that way, but the truth will come out. That's all I'm just saying. And again, I appreciate your time. Thank you. You gave a lot of insight, and I got what I was looking for. So I appreciate that. And again, time will tell. Time will tell. All will come to light. So I hope you have a great day, and look out for us, because we are coming. All right.
He say, "Look out for us when we coming." Watch what that YT Cherokee tell him.
Right.
Got our eyes open.
All right. Take care, man.
That nigga said, "Got our eyes open." He said, "Look out for us, because we coming." Yeah, what he said.
You give a lot of insight, and I got what I was looking for. So I appreciate that. And again, time will tell. Time will tell. All will come to light. So I hope you have a great day, and look out for us, because we are coming. All right.
Got our eyes open.
All right. Take care, man.
He said, "Look out for us, because we coming." He said, "Got our eyes open." Man, ain't nobody scared of no Black American. Black American is powerless. You the bottom of the totem pole. You a scum beneath my feet. Yeah, niggas. Oh, man. You a scum beneath my toes. Yeah, a Black American. Man, you better get your confused ass out of here. Yeah, before I call the government and have your ass put on the terroristic list. Yeah, cause y'all won't even go get no lobbyists. Y'all won't even pay nobody going in and talk for you. You out here asking me answers. I'm not there. You're from Africa. I don't talk. Yeah, bye. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. This ain't what you thought it was. Again, let's run it back.
It's not free you from being a responsible individual. Yeah, but being a responsible individual don't free you from being black. Now do it. That's right. Poor misguided soul. You have yet to learn the rules of this game. You will.
What did he say? Poor misguided soul. You have yet to learn the rules of this game.
I don't want to. See, I'm smart enough to know it's not my game to play. Just to play like everybody else.
And what Black Americans say? It ain't our game to play. This ain't our government. This ain't our system. We finna move to Africa. We ain't never gonna be able to rise in this country. The white man got his foot on our neck. It's oppression. It's redlining. It's ABC, Jim Crow, and all these reasons. That's why I ain't shit. And he told him, "You ain't learn how to play the game." "I don't want to learn how to play their game." And okay. Well, why you complaining that immigrants are coming over here and learning how to play the game? And you don't. And that's why they're doing better than you. Let's walk.
Use intelligently, a pawn can create a checkmate, Mr. Williams.
Use intelligently, a pawn can checkmate. Can get a checkmate as well, brother.
Or become a very powerful player himself.
Or he can become a very, very, very powerful player himself. But if you ain't playing the game, you can't score no points. But if you play the game, you can become the most powerful piece on the board.
Don't you understand? This is all a game.
Don't you understand? This is all a game. All of it. All of this is a game. Look around. All of this is a game.
This basketball, football, Mr. Big Time Track Star, again. We play it to win. We Because in the real world, no one wants to hear excuses or empty rhetoric. You want to know if you have a plan?
Because in the real world, don't nobody want to hear excuses. Only thing they want to hear is if you have a plan. So what that mean? Black Americans, these fads don't come with intellectual power. These fads don't challenge you. These fads don't challenge. That's why I came out with something that gave everybody homework. Find out where you at in the story. Start there. Because when you do, you'll find your purpose. You'll be way more valuable on the battlefield when you connect it with your purpose. Because now you got power. Then you got power. Now how you use that power is going to be based off of the results that you found as you went down that journey to reconnecting to your roots and finding yourself in the story. Now you know how to conduct yourself. And when you come to the table with your receipts and you understand that knowledge is power, and that even if you don't want to play the game plays. It goes on with or without you. And 50 said it best. Top feels so much better than the bottom. But black niggas meant to stay at the bottom. Black man got to pull himself up by his bootstraps. Black man steady asking and asking and asking. Black man asking immigrants. Black man asking $5 Indians. Black man asking everybody to come help him. Screaming out to guards and all kind of shit. And the guard that the black man looking for, come here, lean a little closer. Nah, I don't want everybody to hear this. I don't want everybody not being there. Lean a little closer. The guard that the black man looking for is his damn self. Bars. That's my time. I love y'all.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of ships steered, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's the triangle of soul, boy, the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original might. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Top cat said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole.
Top cat says stop begging for permission. Stop begging for permission. What Top cat says, stop begging for permission. What he say? What Top cat say? Stop begging for permission.
I like that. Top cat said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, soul food and intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. It's our home, not a place we disappear. James singing true through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow, spitting stories that the textbook still scared to show. Cigar lit like a torch from ancient rites, aromas like prayers to the Orishas at night. New Orleans ain't a tourist tale, it's black divine, where the jazz horns spend time and the spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars, trading turquoise, dripping culture in bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars, look close. The past ain't gone, it's just behind these stars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for endorsements. The Mardi Gras beats ain't just for decor, that's soul armor, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants, and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky, in the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing.
Hey, hold on, man. Man, the fam said they trying to get the, man, they go the link right there. You know what? I'm gonna start putting all the links inside of the description. But for people, because it is, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of people saying, hey, how can I get that track? How can I get that track? They go the track right there. Y'all go get the track. Shout out to the homie Dub, man. Yeah, the track right there. Everybody trying to get the We Been Here track. Y'all want to bang this in y'all car. Download it to your Apple Music or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you have. But yeah, I got mine on my Apple Music in my playlist. You know, I bang it everywhere. But yeah, that's how you go get the track, man. Matter of fact, run it back.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of ship to steer, we was building mountains.
Hey, hold on, don't go nowhere. I got something too. I know what I want to tell y'all. Hold on, don't go nowhere yet. Wait, we gonna do this here. This is gonna be our bill for tomorrow, but I'm finna drop this right here, and then I wanna holler at y'all about something too. Then we going hard on that Black American. We gotta get that out. We gotta get that out of people's head. And immigration is really, really a problem. And it's rooted in it's a problem because it affects us. When I say us, the indigenous people of America the most. Every immigration here fucked us up. And as an Indian, we're not cool with none of the immigration patterns because every time the immigration situation happens, we lose. And ain't nobody respecting the fact that this is our motherfucking house. You talking about a place where they came where civilization was already flourishing here. The sciences and the culture here was taken from here across the world through this, what they call this colonialism period. Ain't nobody had none of this shit before they met us. None of them. I mean, from the military genius to the way we set up our communities, our food culture, our agriculture skills, our means of society, civilization, our government, everything. And it has been rebranded. You know, what did they leave us in the story? We are forced to assimilate, to hold on to what is ours. We are asked to assimilate into it and make it universal. Since we're not the only one practicing now, and there's other forms of it, then maybe it should be a new name to fit. You know, but what about us? Because the reality of the fact, before these people came here, they came from places where they had their own culture. If it wasn't worth shit, it didn't mean shit. That's not our problem. Check, that ain't got nothing to do with us. And so, man, I come up in the era of nigga, black was everything. When we looked around, everything that was put on us was black. You know what I mean? From black history to our politics, sports, the music. They broke us down in different genres and classifications and put a title of black on it. And from there, coming through my generation and we were the generation that everybody started to pick up on this culture for as our hip hop, and through hip hop, a lot of it spread. Music, I'll just say music. And man, I'm gonna be honest, this social construct that's built here in America really don't apply. So when we argue these titles, who are we and who should we be, or what should we do, or this black shit, I want to say this here, bro, because I hear a lot of people say that, well, black, if you say black, everybody in the world gonna know that you're talking about us. Let me tell you, bro, that is not true. And that's coming from somebody who haven't traveled international. Because let me tell you something, bro. When you leave America, that black shit, ain't nobody calling you black when you leave here, bro. When you leave out of America, bro, and you go anywhere in this world, bro, you are not identified as a black person. So when somebody say, if we say this or they look at that or they say that's black. Nah, bro, you got to go somewhere. Go live in another country. You are an American. Leave this motherfucker, bro, and go somewhere. You are an American. Black don't apply. They're not going to slip up and say it. They're not going to say it on accident. It's not even going to cross their motherfucking mind that you are black. You are institutionalized in the walls of North America. When you leave this motherfucker, you are American, nigga.
Period.
Leave this bitch and you trying to come back black, nigga, you will not be able to get in the country. See, it ain't until you come back to America where you have to figure out which alphabet you want to be called or whatever the fuck you want to be called. That's a strong indication that there's a problem here with this. If you can't be out, if you are identified as black in America and you leave America and that's no longer your status, universally nobody look at you like black, bro. No, nowhere. No, it's not a reality, bro. You know why? Because ain't nobody black. So nobody would never mistake you that out of here. What happened is niggas and white folks told you that. And they ain't never wanted you to leave, travel, or none of that type of shit anyway. And if you were going to travel, then they always pointed you in a direction to Africa. So when I'm having conversations overseas, people identify as black, but they Fulani, Igbo, they African, West African, North African, Igbo. But yeah, black people, but ain't nobody finna point you out as a black person, bro. You are an American. Nowhere around it.
Hey, you feel me?
Let's walk, bro. We ain't gonna bore y'all, goddamn. But it's not until you come back to America where you have to make a choice on if you want to be a motherfucking alphabet, if you want to be
a religion,
a descendant of a slave. Can you imagine getting off a plane in the goddamn China, nigga, and the nigga talking about, hey, descendant of slave?
Your car's over here.
Australia, and a nigga call you, say, look out, this is my descendant of a slave, homeboy. This nigga Chinese, he Japanese. That nigga, they're Russian. That nigga a German, nigga. You a descendant of a slave. This is real life. And, you know, I don't even think niggas really stood back because this shit is so big. I don't think niggas even took 2 steps back to even see what's really going on. Man, I don't give a fuck. I told before I left America like that, bro, to go live overseas, man, I identified as a black person, bro. Everything was black. All the
Black Indian.
Nigga was black this, black that. But when I left this motherfucker, it showed me. One thing, it showed me that all niggas, we the only ones on this code for all black people together in this unity and give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you, nigga. I found that out the hard way. Nigga, my that shit changed. And I spoke about this before. It showed me that all black people don't give a fuck about you. It showed me that even all of them, nigga, at the end, nigga, I don't give a damn how great or how much ego you got. At the end of the day, nigga, they don't give a fuck about you. And you the last choice. Even out of motherfuckers international. Yeah, they love the culture and they love all of that, the things that they can get from you or they can take from it. But as far as procreating, as far as being with you and none of that, no, it's stereotypes on you already, nigga. Motherfuckers already have it in their head who you are and how you get down. And somebody else painted that picture.
Huh? It's an experiment.
Your choice. Because see, in this whole situation, you never had a choice.
Well, you had a choice.
You see what I'm saying? And that bring me back to you could be you could call yourself whatever you want. You know, any one of these cute names, any of this shit here, but we'll never get anything from it, especially out of this black shit, because there's no such thing as a black person. There's no such thing, bro. You leave America, there's no such thing as a black person in this world when you leave out of America. It's not until you come here, because you're going to come back and you're going to accept the oppression. You're going to accept what they gave you. If you don't go get back into, unless you know who the fuck you are. And that's why we rock over here, nigga, genealogy the key. It's the only way back to unlock that mystery of knowledge of self, of who you are. So let's walk, man, with that being.
Hold on 1 second. All right, check it out. Hold on. I'm gonna put it back up, but hold on. We want to go through this. Hey, we got the links down at the bottom. We also gonna have the links pinned in the description on the video. So right here, hey, these are shoes. Now I have already ordered some, but I may not have enough of your sizes. So we're gonna do pre-orders. I wanted to wait till the shoes was in production before I did the pre-orders. I showed this to y'all probably a week or two ago, but I didn't want to come out until we had the the shoes was in production. Now they're in production. I may not have your size. To skip all of that, get your shoes, and in the note, please leave your size so I can know how many sizes, so you can guarantee that you get your shoe. All right. So when they come, because you don't want to be waiting along, they come and then your size ran out, and then you gotta wait a couple weeks for them to be produced and shipped. So we can get them in the first batch. Not only that, but if you go in the search engine right here and you put Big Indian Business, I have the links that take you directly to it. So you go to Big Indian Business sets. When you go to the sets, we got 65 products of Big Indian. Damn, I ain't know that. All right, yeah. Here go, you get your luxury sets over here. I think I went a little too cheap because I paid $250 for this. Really, $125, $125, or really $225. $125 for the jacket, $100 for the pants, or it can be $125, $125. On the pre-order, I give you guys a $175. But the ones that I purchased and I have,
the price will be at least $225. So for the pre-orders, to make sure if you want it and to make sure you get it, go ahead and get your pre-orders right now before they come in and we don't have your size, and then you gotta wait for production and shipping. So I told you how to find it. Go to the search bar, put in Big Indian Business Sets, and for the shoes, put in Igbalum shoes. If they don't come up, I didn't know we had 65 products just on Big Indian Business. Yikes! It said, "Black is the new. Is black the new coon? Is your blackness keeping us off code?" Let's walk. That's a good question. One of the ways that they were able to feed us this was through we all need to be together. We are being oppressed, and black. In order for this mentality of for us to want to fight for it, or for us to try to find ownership in it, then it, you know what I mean, then white supremacy has to be true. You got to understand that black was birthed out of white supremacy. And so this white supremacy that they gave us here, they told us about this white supremacy, which comes with an oppression, which comes with this white man, we are inferior to him. All of these things you accept when you accept black. All of these things were flies under the black banner. And you know, a lot of our people in this day with the black revolutionary movements, they want us all to come together. Out of that concept really came from a Pan-African concept. We have to acknowledge that first. And the Pan-Africans are the colonizers. Yeah. And see, when we do this black thing, one of the problems that the Indians are saying is we don't want to stop at 1870 because then we erase all of the colonizers because there were black colonizers. But through the black experience, we've been fed a story of white people, superior people brought us here to be in an inferior position. And in 1870, we were able to start being listed or start to be added into this system. And so right here, Free Black Slave Master, South Carolina, 1790 to 1860. We missed this if we start the clock at 1870. 1870, we missed this because from 1790 to 1860, just in South Carolina, nigga, we got a census of niggas owning niggas, of niggas being the oppressor. So this ready for us to come together under black and unite to go against white supremacy. Well, damn, nigga, what about the black supremacy? Because see, in the Indian game, BCU way, we understand that it was black people who had a hand in this white supremacy. There's no such thing as white supremacy without the participation of these black people. Check. William Ellison Jr. It wasn't a black, you know. I remember I said what Judge Joe Brown said 3 years ago, FBA was stronger and they kind of took a nosedive for the last 3 years. Well, I said the same thing. Well, this lecture was a response to how big and how, you know, how they had the machine in motion. Well, nobody out here backing me. We had a small audience in it, though, probably 100 people tops. But the information was so powerful that we were able to compete and be recognized as a powerhouse. But I ain't afraid to tell you, ain't nobody come out here and help me. Yeah, niggas weren't running out here to come help me. I'm talking about content creators and all of that. I felt like we was under attack. I felt like our people was being taken advantage of. And because why? Because intellectually, we weren't able to compete. the knowledge is the power. So if I get them the knowledge, if I could trick them and okay, y'all want reparation, well, I ain't gonna fight you on that. If you want reparations, you have to prove that something happened to you. So they all went back doing their genealogy just to find a slave so they can get reparations. But I just tricked them to go looking for their records. So it became a part of their foundation. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, that black shit. I know you just can't walk in saying they drop black and then they leave it. No, because it's a religion. It ain't even political. It has become a religion. So I just did a sequence of, dropping intellectual bombs on them. Yeah, air assaults, taking out their combs, taking out until they had to listen to what I was saying. Little old me with 100 niggas in the chat. And everybody in here ready to scratch. And 80% of us genealogy type. But we got to do these air attacks. Yeah. And it's what kept us in the game. And I can raise my hand and tell somebody else to go play a video. We was doing 3-4 of these bitches a week to keep our respect. All of this oppression and all they talk, they tell us it was a black man. Tell them again, black man. Gitchy said all facts. I was there. And who owned the most slaves? Got stripes. Hey, Gitchy telling them boys on your shirt. Nigga doing the medals on your shirt. That ain't for decoration. Niggas. That ain't for decoration. Who was still running the same program. Gitchy telling them medals on your shirt ain't for decoration, man. Black or Indian. We bring black in and then we stay in bed with the colonizer. It's no different than this shit here is like having Benjamin Crump on the case. Nigga, we already lost. Why? Because we got the colonizer. Why you think these pastors are always on the scene? These civil rights pastors are always first on the scene when an unarmed kid or something like this here get killed. They're always there. Why? Because they're working with them and they're there to make sure that the game continues. What game, Chief? See, the game we don't know. In the black experience. Come on, Lighter. Bless his heart. Shout out to Tweety. Tweety had to give me a torch. Y'all remember them early elections? Me and them motherfucking Murphy stole lighters. Yeah. Them dollar lighters. Niggas. Because see, when we talk about these people coming who bringing niggas from Europe, it said, which leads me to add one remark that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionately very small. So where's all of these white people that's doing all these heinous crimes to you? Because at this moment here, it's very small. I'm talking about in the world, nigga. All Africa, black Tony, Asian, chiefly Tony, America exclusively of the newcomers. So everybody black except these new niggas that's coming in America already being established. There's already a people here, and there's already a foundation here. Let's walk. Because see, when we come up, it's like Europe is generally fully set of husband manufacturers, and therefore cannot now much increase in people. America, chiefly occupied by Indians, okay? Meaning that when the European got here, that this motherfucker was already occupied by someone, and they were Indians. Check. America is chiefly... Ain't that what the YT Cherokee just said? He agreed to that. So listen, everybody not lying. People are telling the truth. It's us. We the problem, not them. Just like when Tyreek said he ain't the head of the FBA, and you start seeing people go out there fill out applications as if the seat was open, the position was open, just like a black American. Want something he ain't work for. The nerve of a nigga. Occupied by Indians. And then he come back and he say the Asia Tunny, America Tunny. These people here were dark-skinned, copper-colored Indians. Today be misnomered as black. But not only them, he say, and in Europe, the Spaniards, the Italians, the French, the Russians, the Swedes, all of these people are black. All of this immigration. And my family in the 1500s were kings and queens of the Swedes. Easy work. Easy work. That's coming here. These indentured servants that are coming from Europe, the islands, in these different places, these people are black. So when we're saying if we start at 1870, family, we'll miss this. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Say, man, it's Big Chief on the mic. I'm gonna be mad if I'm on my Joe Jack shit. Joe Jack, first time Joe Jack read the mic, he said, say, man, if they don't write you in this shit, if they make a movie or anything, bro, without mentioning you in this shit, bro. See, when I met them, they was gonna start at 1776. Check. And they came from Dr. Darity. And I said, that's wrong. You go in there, they're gonna run you out the gym with it. You ain't even playing defense. They're gonna run you out the gym. Before it was even something called a Twitter space, when I met FBA and I met ADOS, they were going by 1865, and then they went to 1776. They were trying to figure these things out. You know how they stopped, how they got off of that? They talked to Big Chief. I don't want no credit. It ain't none of that shit, bro. But we're gonna keep this shit gangster. See, because the numbers keep changing. And every time. And you want to know how true that what he just said is? ADOS and FBA people were sitting in the chat listening. And we ain't hear nobody say he's a lie. We ain't hear nobody say prove it. You know why? Cause why you think they sitting in the chat? Cause they know what a dope is. They know he got them Escobar bricks. Yeah, say. Time they change, guess what? It's a reason why we're telling them, no, we cannot do it like that. Shout out to Tariq. Tariq got 1526, but if we're going to be honest about it, 1526 at that time, the Spanish still didn't get a settlement. Listen, the Spanish, they tried to have 8 missions. 1526 mission was failed. What they did do was able to get away with slaves. So if that's the point that he was bringing in, then I agree with that. They were taking slaves out of the Low Country and out of Florida, Wiley area, and they were taking them as bondage overseas with them. So the West Indies. The Spanish didn't get they settlement until 1565. All right, so we're gonna go 1563 because remember you got to get Fort Caroline in there first with the Protestants. That mission fell, boom, then 65. They get their mission going later on that year. They end up going to war with the Temucans. Who drove them out of there from BCU. But when they ask why we can't go by this, it's reason. And we're not just saying it because we on some whole ass shit. No, we really genuinely trying to help. So that 1870 shit, goddamn, nigga, in the 1700s, all of these is niggas. We don't want to go by all niggas together. 1870, we all together. We done created something. We can't do that. Cause half these whole ass niggas participated in what went down. Let's walk. We just showed you the slave master. This nigga was enslaving niggas. The nigga, the worstest of the slave master, beat the shit out you. Yeah, starving you, giving you less. It was the niggas who was on that type of time. And we have a census on it from 1790 to 1860. That means goddamn nigga a whole 10 years later. Now we want to start the clock. The damage has been done. say, man, let me get out here. Say, man, they can't mess with that little young nigga, man. Say, man, how you ain't got a platinum pack? How you sitting around me and ain't got a platinum pack? Let's drop the platinum pack in the chat. And they $200, man. If you watch 6 videos, you got your money worth. If you watch 6 videos, you got your money worth. You watch 6 videos, you got 100 other ones to watch after that. And that's on the house. That's on the house. But if you ain't got no platinum pack, say, fam, yeah, really in the paint. I wasn't asking for no help. I ain't need no help. I got 100 niggas in the chat, and they already know if we all get out here, get out there, then yeah, we gonna win. If we all get out there, we gonna win. You did? Man, go get your platinum pack while they on sale. Them hold $2 right now. $2. They were $4. They $2 now. Go get that work. And we're gonna go out like this here on some fun time. I want to dance. Can I get a dance? Let go.
Talk to me. Already gave
Hey.
you the time and the place, so don't be shy.
Yeah, what?
Just come be the man I need.
Hey.
Tell me you got something to give. I want it.
Hold up.
I like it when you call me wonderful.
Let's
Whenever
go.
the guys that talk, it just come on them. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Hold up.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man that I need, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Be the man. Like to think you feel the same way. I can tell with you sometimes.
Yeah.
Baby, let's get on the same page. Stop making me read between words.
Yeah, what? Already know.
I can leave it alone. Oh my.
Let's go.
Already gave you the time and the place.
So,
Don't be shy.
what we
Don't
doing?
be the man
Okay.
I need. Tell me you got something to give.
I want it.
I kinda like it when you call me
Wonderful.
Whenever the type of talk it is, come on then. I gotta know you're meant to be the man I need. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Be the Indian.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Be the Indian. I need.
Talk to me.
Be the Indian.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Be the Indian. Alabama Indian. Yeah, I want one of them Alabama. I like them Alabama Indian. I seen you out there, Alabama. What about them South Carolina? Yeah, that part.